All right. Welcome, first of all, to our last card event. So this first event, we have our 7v7 squad battle.
What do you want?
Now,
Huh?
basically, we're going to have two competitors, one from both from our team captains. So we have one from Team Sonny. And then another competitor from Team Darren. And if anyone wants to look at the rule sets, the sets are going to be based on categories. So we have a total of 7 sets. Everyone will play at least twice, and no one knows what the songs are. And the competitors, I asked them whether they wanted me to reveal it by set or reveal it one song at a time. And vast majority decided for us to reveal it one at a time. So if you're watching the stream, you'll be just as surprised as the people live here. So and the competitors, they have no idea what the songs are either. That being said, we'll go ahead and get our first competitors up. Get this rolling. Where are they? Where are the well, it's a crossover set. So who's doing the first crossover set? Okay. All right, so we have Eggplant, and then who's the other one? He's over. Oh, who's doing the first crossover set? Oh, all right. All right, but one other announcement I just realized. So the point system is going to be really easy in terms of which squad wins. Every song is 1 point. So there will be 7 sets, 3 songs each. Oh no, sorry, not 7 sets, but there's 7 categories. There's gonna be 6 songs in each category. So if you multiply 7 times 6, there's 42 points total. The first song, that being said, will be, let me look at my phone. Does anyone want a drum roll, by the way? First song, we're only doing it once. It's Unbelievable ESP. All right, let's get started. Let's get started.
All right. All right.
All right.
All right. What is up, y'all?
What's up? Welcome to last card. We're here.
Thank you for your patience with the delay, for getting all the tech squared away. But we are ready for some good ass DDR.
We are, yeah. So looks like oh yeah, you can see here the full lineups for each team on the screen right there. And our first competitors are going to be Sonny. Is that Sonny actually going up? Captain's going up first round against Eggplant?
Looks like, yeah.
Looks like it.
Cool.
Looks like it. Dang. Okay. All right. So it is Team Sonny versus Team Desklamp, and you'll see the 2 lists there. We actually do have the 2 here as well. So it's Desklamp, T.Swag or Hootsman, XjojoX, BigYama, Eggplant, BigC, and Larks against Team Sonny, which is going to be Sonny, of course, ReRhyme, ANDROO, mpal, Roscoe, Powdaboi, and Malia.
All right. All right. It's some good matches.
Should be.
Oh, I don't think we introduced ourselves, but yeah.
Yeah, we definitely didn't. But I'm Fastboy. This is
I'm Italian Falchion.
Right. We just
good to be with you folks.
It's good to be with y'all. It's been a really long, difficult setup day here for us, but we're here. We made it. And yeah, we've got finally getting started with our first event, which is going to be this 7v7 crew battle. If anyone was curious, singles play is starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, yeah.
10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m. Yep.
10 a.m. Pacific.
You'll be seeing us again on.
We actually will. Yeah, we're gonna be on a Red Note.
We're on the Red Note stream.
So we'll be on the secondary stream, which is twitch.tv/RedNote Gaming. We're only live on this channel right now because this is the only event for today. So yeah, you can catch us on that stream tomorrow, and also two pretty cool commentators on the stream. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we're just making sure the game audio sounds good.
Oh yeah, that
on the
isn't coming
stream.
through right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That makes
We're
sense.
listening to the audio mixer, so if we can't hear it, y'all can't either. All right. Yeah. So. Yeah. So if you guys didn't get. All right. I was about to explain the rules, but we're getting a countdown. All right. First song is gonna be "Unbelievable Expert." Eggplant and Sonny are just getting started right now. I can hear those Christmas steps. Right. Well, I guess while y'all, y'all can't see the game. Okay. Sorry, we got some technical difficulties. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I think things have smoothed it out for us, right? Yeah. So Sonny started the song with a pretty strong white combo. Obviously, seems like now both players have downgraded to a good combo. Strong MA on both sides, actually.
You expected high-level players like this on a 15?
And the slowdown start's going to start here. Got a simple freeze crossovers. Sonny doing it no bar, putting his whole body into it. Eggplant just focusing on getting those marvelous too and doing a good job.
Nice. Takes it.
Sonny takes it, pretty strong EX lead. Yeah.
38. Goodness gracious me.
38 and 2 with 2 misses. And a 9.72 money score from Eggplant. Solid showing all around. Yeah.
Wow.
The players and cameras are flex.
All right. Thanks for bearing with us.
Thank you for bearing with us.
As
what
we
I was
figure
saying,
out all the tech stuff.
for sure. What I was saying before, okay, looks like the next song pick is Samurai Shogun versus Master Ninja.
Oh, fun times. So this is Footspeed charts.
Exactly. Yes. There we go. You got your thing up there. Apologies for spoiling it before you got to see our super awesome card reveal there. But
wow.
Yeah. Anyways, there's going to be 2 songs per round, right? This round is for crossover charts. That first round was supposed to be, or the first set rather, is going to be levels 14 to 15, and the second set is going to be levels 16 to 18. So we'll get a new set of players in, I think, for the first pick, or
yes.
Right? Yeah, we'll get a new set of players in, or actually. Hold on. There's only there's 7 rounds and there's 7 players, so I think both players are gonna play both sets.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So there's gonna be the second set will have 16 to 18. You'll still see Sonny and Eggplant. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So
this
now
qualifies as a.
Yeah. So now we can kind of see the strategy of Sonny and Eggplant going in for this particular round, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So both players are going to be expected to play 16 to 18 level range for their next set. So knowing that they both picked some pretty strong players on their list, right?
I'm surprised this falls under the category of crossover charts. I mean, I guess, yeah, there are crossovers.
Yeah.
There's like the one Scooby.
There are actually a lot of crossovers in this chart.
But most people don't do them.
Yeah, most people don't do them, of course. They're 100, they're equivalent to 130 BPM 16th. So
Right. So it's
for a lot of players that are comfortable with this level range, it's very double steppable.
yeah.
Just meaning like, you know, not people just not doing the crossovers as intended. This particular chart though also has a lot of like forced double steps or spins,
Yes.
which or whatever. So
Giant pain.
yeah, so it is a huge pain, and that's probably why most people just opt to double step the whole thing.
Right, because you don't want to get caught in
because
crossover mode and then you get screwed.
Exactly.
When something
You
comes up like
actually
that.
cannot cross over the entire chart and have it resolved.
That's so
There's a
frustrating.
lot of weirdness to it.
What mix was this song from? Do you know?
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe someone in the chat knows.
We've got two, I think two sort of zoomers here. So.
Me? Excuse you.
Sorry about that.
All right, we've got second stage, which is going to be Samurai
X3
versus
X3. Okay. Yeah, 2014. That makes a lot. This is a very 2014 chart. As in,
it is. The flow definitely reeks of 2014. So.
It really does.
All right, Sonny doing those crossovers. I'm seeing them right now. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. We've got some awkward step jumps just coming in.
Looks like Sonny picked up a miss early at some point, and now Eggplant just dropped one there.
Eggplant just dropped one on a tail jump. Right there, yeah. It's so hard to keep your MA consistent when you're going up. When you just gotta randomly stop and hit those tail jumps. And there you go. You see some sort of broken crossovers. There was one right there that didn't unwind you.
Yeah, see, both players are mostly opting to do a slide double step on those half turns.
It's a tech heavy and stamina heavy 14, honestly. Very difficult. Very difficult level 14.
Many argue it is not, or it should not be a 14.
And you know what? Personally, I probably wouldn't blink if it was a 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fine as a 14, but I definitely see the argument.
For sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, just some really awkward patterns there.
All
nice
right,
finish. Sonny takes it by
nice. About a 30 EX. You know.
Yep.
Right around there, yeah.
And it was pretty much. It was mostly MA.
AAA. Yeah, both strong AAAs. It was all in the MA. All right, and now we're going to be ready here for our next card, which is. I guess we're scrolling to it instead.
Oh, boy.
Nostalgia is lost. ESP 15. All right. So tell me about this chart.
This chart, I think I've played it maybe 3 times. I avoid it whenever possible. Part of it is that it's really late, and it's very tricky.
Sure.
It has the one.
Like
it has that one. I believe it has a warp freeze. Am I remembering that correctly? And a lot of drills.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I prompted you because I don't know anything about this chart. All right, but we're about to find out. Here we go.
I remember a lot of drills, and I remember a warp at some point.
For sure. In a Yuichi song, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Oh, right, these candles. I remember these candles. These little bursty candles that can get you spun the wrong direction, but these players, they're experienced enough to handle that no problem.
Right. So the 8th note sets you up to do those candles and those 16th bursts sideways.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. I like patterns like that personally.
I do as well.
Yeah.
I think it's
but
really,
it will punish you for double stepping, and it looks like both players have came correct to this chart.
Yeah, this is a great crossover chart because executing it successfully depends on crossing over and knowing when to cross over.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good test of knowledge and just good showing from both players.
Both hold on to a PFC. Sonny with about a 20-point lead or so. Or no, sorry, Eggplant has dropped a grade at some point.
Right.
Back and forth, 8th note crossovers. both players opting to double step the slower crossovers. Seems like they know exactly when to turn.
All right.
Back to them, to those candles.
Yeah.
Man, Sonny is just
Sonny's
ripping them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
He's holding a pretty strong lead here. Eggplant, this late in the song, probably can't chase down, but is still keeping it as close as she can.
Still a strong showing from both.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Come on, Sonny. Come on, Sonny. What you got?
Right
Show
through
us
that
something.
gallop section. And
Hey, PFC
Let's
for
go.
Sonny.
good PFC, Sonny.
Closing out.
Yeah. Mini walk-off, just does a little circle on the pad.
Closing out
Yeah.
a 3-0 victory on that first set.
Yeah.
You know Sonny's got to take at least a few steps when he gets a good score or a bad score.
The Sonny walk applies in
right.
all situations.
Let's go. All right. Well, so that's your first set. Sonny takes it 3-0. It's going to be a really, yep, so that's a 3-0 for the crossover side of the crew battle. I think that, and it looks like we're rotating players here, so.
Okay, so it looks
Yeah.
like some players will play
Yeah.
multiple rounds
Yeah,
potentially.
So yeah, potentially multiple rounds, or maybe the second rounds were cut off just for time saving.
That would make sense, considering it is
Considerations.
9
Yeah,
o'clock.
it is 9 o'clock here local time, 8:50. We started a lot later than we were hoping for, but you know
But we're here.
we're here. We made it.
We're vibing.
We've got a pretty ballin' stream setup here.
That's true.
Actually, yeah, I'm really happy with how everything turned out.
We had a great team
Yeah,
working.
absolutely.
Working
so
hard
our
to put this
second players
together.
are coming up. Second players are coming up. Alex is trying to read the announce the next round here, but it looks like we are moving into Footspeed, I think.
Footspeed, indeed. Yep.
All
And
right.
we got T.Swag and who is that on the
ReRhyme.
right? ReRhyme.
Yeah, ReRhyme. Yeah.
Oh,
both
man.
both Nevada players. T.Swag is a Vegas local, and
Sporting
ReRhyme.
the
ReRhyme, I
that
believe,
lovely-
is from Reno, if I'm not mistaken.
T.Swag sporting
Yeah.
that lovely ill-fitting hat. Love to see it.
It's a wonderful hat. A bowler, I think. I don't know. I just like saying things. Yeah, actually, both players were rocking some headgear. ReRhyme's wearing his usual bandana.
Very nice.
All right, and I believe this is the Footspeed round. I don't know if Alex is gonna send us off, but yeah, both players currently just getting ready to slide over to the first song, I think.
Yep. Here we are.
If they know it, looks like they do.
Looks like we're gonna find out together, y'all.
All right, it's level 16, and we're going
Oh
to
boy.
for Footspeed.
Interesting.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, so we're not going Footspeed.
not
We're
going
still on
We're
crossovers.
all right. So we were right the first time.
Amazing. We were right the first time.
We were right the first
Yeah.
time that we're still in.
Yeah,
we're still
we're-
in
yeah.
crossover lands.
If you guys couldn't tell, we don't know what's going on.
Alex seems to enjoy
Yeah.
keeping this as secret as
Yeah.
possible, even from us.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
we got the memo, but we're here. We got Vanessa Expert,
Oh man, this
a
chart.
chart
is,
that needs no introduction. Unless you've never played this chart before or seen it, which in that case, get ready for a
Enjoy.
lot of crossovers and a lot of these 12th notes.
This is also another, I believe, pretty notoriously late chart.
Right,
which-
right, yeah. The sync is generally like widely considered to be pretty late feeling, right?
These
Yeah.
players don't seem to be having any trouble with that.
Yeah.
T.Swag, both definitely came correct with the sync. He's still holding on to his gold combo.
T.Swag, right, reading this surprisingly slow.
Right. Yeah.
I
275.
think T.Swag in general is tends to read slow. Yeah, so doesn't surprise me too much. And he's staying pretty locked in.
Yeah. All right.
right, here we go. We've got the.
Oh, I saw some cheese. I saw some not crossovers, but they made it.
A bit of heel
made it through.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying I would be surprised if T.Swag was cheating any of these because my man loves his crossovers.
Yeah.
Yeah. ReRhyme on the other hand, I believe also plays pump. Oh.
Oh, and styling.
And T.Swag dabs on the crowd after hitting that PFC on Vanessa Expert.
PFC on Vanessa Expert with
54
style.
perfects versus ReRhyme 77 and 7.
And some change.
Yeah, and some change.
Yeah.
Really, definitely tough chart to play in tournament.
Absolutely.
I don't know if ReRhyme got a chance to. I don't know if ReRhyme got a chance to practice the sync on these cabs or anything like that. But yeah, here we go.
That was really
so
impressive. That was incredibly
we're gonna,
impressive.
yeah.
My goodness.
We're
What do we
switching
got?
over
Oh,
to
we got SSD.
SSD challenge, Spanish Snowy Dance.
I love this chart.
Yeah. An amazing chart. Very, very difficult. Very technical, very stamina heavy. Lots of jump spam, and of course crossovers.
Really just kind of throws a little bit of everything
Yeah,
at you.
a lot of everything for sure.
You need to be able to switch between swing
Right,
and 16ths. You need to be able to cross
Looks
over.
like, yeah.
You need to jump. You need to jump well. You need to stream well.
Yes, 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 and yes.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, all right. ReRhyme, I saw him just adjusting his shoes there. Yeah, ReRhyme is a pump player, so you might see, you might see a little, you might see some cheating strats on those crossovers. Because if anyone's got them, it's the pump tech players.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Matt, song 2.
Yeah, Spanish Snowy Dance Challenge. Yeah, T.Swag again opting for a slower speed mod.
I just never noticed before.
Both of these players actually, I believe, were upbeat competitors, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we got some high-level gameplay.
There's actually, in general, in this tournament, there's an absurd number of upbeat competitors.
Oh yeah,
Competing
absolutely.
in singles on Sunday.
Yeah.
Quite the show. All right, we got a show over on right now. Oh man.
All right. Yeah.
We got our weird gallopy crossovers or foot switches.
ReRhyme drops a couple misses there.
Yeah,
Had trouble with that one
T.Swag gets a
pattern.
great. Ooh, he nails that 24th first. Both players twisting and turning on these crossovers.
So clean.
And the crossover section and the side switch / foot switch section that looks like both players cheesed.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and this is where it really ramps up. This chart's been very stamina heavy this entire time, but there are still, a decent amount of chart to go.
T.Swag holding a pretty comfortable lead at this point.
All right.
Still
Got
holding on to the full combo.
Some step jumps here. Yeah.
All right, build up to that.
And here is the build up to the ending. Get yourself a little run and some jumps.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
T.Swag takes it. Goes
Full
up 2-0
combo
in
from
the
T.Swag.
match.
Really, really
Really
great
impressive.
plays from both players.
Two
But yeah,
greats.
two greats on Spanish Snowy, just in like a one-shot tournament performance like that.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Strong
Really,
showing stuff
really
from
good.
ReRhyme.
It's only Friday too. A lot of these players just got in. Well, T.Swag luckily just got to drive in from Vegas because he's a local.
Home
but
team advantage.
Yeah,
A little bit there.
definitely
Benefiting from
home
that.
field advantage on that one. All right, and
Uh,
I see the scroll to the 18th folder. Is it
Here
going
we
to be
go.
Hyper Twist? Are we seeing it? Oh, it's Astro Gazer. Okay,
That makes sense.
I like the choice. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great chart.
Another very crossover heavy chart. Also
Very-
lots of bursts,
Very techy, lots
Yeah.
of intricate rhythms.
tricky rhythms. Even a 270 in there. Now, are we gonna see anyone? Are we gonna see anyone attempt the 270? You think?
That would be hype.
Yeah.
All right, let's
But
see if
yeah.
ReRhyme can take
Right.
one song for Team Sonny, or if T.Swag's going to sweep and punch back for Team Desklamp.
Yeah. See if. Oh yeah, T.Swag is on Team Desklamp, so a 3-0 here would even the score. So we got to see if ReRhyme can get him a lead, or if this is going to be a tie for the first round.
Double sweep.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
Astro Gazer Challenge, yeah.
We have.
Banger by DJ Toto. Honestly, one of my favorite songs in the game, just period.
It's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
We
a
got
little
quick combo
chill
for
thing
ReRhyme.
here. Now we're going into a death run here. Throwing in some crossies.
It's so long. That is incredible.
It is very, very difficult. And here we go. Yeah. And just a bunch of 24s in mixed in with some slow crossovers. Yeah, the
Swag.
24s are going to be a theme going into this chart.
Oh, T.Swag a little stumble there.
All right. We got our first quick little break.
And then we're going to get some more stream soon. T-Swag doing some funny free switch tech.
Despite the stumble, T.Swag is still holding on to about looks like a 60-point lead or so.
Yeah.
Oh,
And these,
all right,
yeah.
Here comes this next
And
crossover.
both
run.
of these guys, yeah. Doing excellent on these death runs.
All right.
We've got the main breakdown of the song, about a third left to go, and it's still kind of close.
Boop, boop, stops.
All right.
And this is gonna be looking like T-Swag's
T.Swag.
song right there. Finishes strong, 21-21. Wow. T-Swag's nodding to the crowd, just yeah, very happy with his performance.
AAA
At
there.
991, wow, AAA on Astro
AAA
Gazer Challenge.
on an 18. Wild.
Yeah. Very, very difficult chart to MA, I would say,
Oh,
in
absolutely.
a tournament setting.
So much going on.
Yeah.
Let's see,
For
Swag
real.
takes it
These are two like actual top level players. And you can see like just how difficult a chart like is to play on command.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like some of the best players in the world, right? And
Yeah.
executing an 18 is still a struggle. They
Absolutely.
do it great, but it's still a struggle. It just shows how
Abso-freaking-lutely. All right, round 2. We got our Footspeed charts.
it's Footspeed
Looks like we got, looks like on Desklamp's side we got, let me check here real quick before I say anything incorrect. We've got JoJo coming up for Team Lamp, and we got Powdaboi coming up for Team Sonny here for the Footspeed round. So both players are gonna be carding in right now, just getting ready. Yeah, Team Footspeed charts.
Any guesses for 15 to 16?
Yeah, first round is gonna be 15s and 16s, and second round again is gonna be level 16 to 18. So yeah, throw out your love for JoJo and Powdaboi. Throw out some predictions in the chat. What level 15s and 16s for Footspeed are we gonna see?
You got any ideas?
I am not sure. I'm thinking about fast level 15s. I'm thinking we're gonna see the world ends now probably, right?
Yep.
Footspeed
Definitely.
16s. That's up there.
Absolutely.
15s. I'm really not sure. You got to think about some fast ones. Maybe Our Love.
Could be.
That one's 190. A lot of 16th bursts and drills.
That's true.
What else is up there?
Ooh, triple. Can you get chance? Triple Journey.
Triple
16.
Journey is a
Yeah, that's a good one.
good call. Absolutely. Yeah, if I'd be willing to bet we've got one of those, at least one
Or
of those 2 16s.
Could be in set 2. The CSP, the 18.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That might,
Yeah,
because that one's brutal.
yeah. It could be the 16, could be the 18.
All right, and
All
it
right, here we
is
go, and it's
Unjin.
ooh, Senju Meditation. Okay, definitely a Footspeed pick. All right, yeah, so this is a DDR 820 plus chart, I believe. Osenju Meditation Expert. Yeah. Definitely pretty bursty. I don't remember too much about this chart off the top of my head.
I know there's a weird slow intro,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then the rest of the song is
right.
at 190.
Yeah, it's a 150 to 190 chart, so it is not like just a quote-unquote fake or like just a multiple of the base BPM. It's actually two different BPMs.
Quote-unquote real BPM changes,
yes,
I think they're
exactly, exactly. If a quarter or half note BPM change is a fake one, this is a real BPM change. All right, here we go. Ascension Meditation, song 1.
Folks are saying this is actually from 2014. This is actually from DDR.
This is from 2014? Is it really? Why do I remember this being from an event? I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I just say things. All right, both players starting up here. All right. So
pretty
strong,
tight starting out.
Tight start, yep. Ooh, Powdaboi with a really strong start.
Nailing those 12th runs.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Here we go. Yeah. It is really close. Yeah. Both of these players came to play.
Oh my god. All right, nice.
Little jump switch tech there on the crossovers. And it's within 1 or 2. I couldn't quite catch the delta, but yeah, I think JoJo's now up by about
10.
5 to 10. Yeah.
Got some more 12 runs happening.
Little 12th note section here. And there we go. He's up by 11. We probably just have a little bit of song left, but it's definitely not over. Ooh, he rips that drill.
Nail that drill.
Yeah, they're both kind of trading perfects. Ooh, and a good.
Couple goods.
1 or 2 goods, maybe? I'm not sure. All right, this is anyone's game now.
Oh, holds on.
Okay, JoJo holds on for 14, for 15, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if that might have been there might have been a quick technical difficulty. Maybe might have wanted the fast slow on, or I'm not sure if that was an intentional pick. But yeah, we might have to do a cab reset here, I'm not sure. Yeah, we're talking to the TOs now. Yeah, I am not sure. I wonder if the team will consider. I'm not sure if Alex or the TO team will think about having them replay it, but most likely I think we'll just reset the cab and try on a different card or on the card with the fixed settings. Yeah. Yeah, we can. We'll try to keep you all updated.
Yeah.
Once we hear more. Yeah. Okay.
All right, the show is
all
going
right,
on.
looks like Powdaboi's gonna man up and get through it. Ooh, and the second chart is I'm So Happy Challenge.
Man.
All right. I love this chart personally.
Yeah, it sounds like a chart that you would love.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a fast boy type of chart.
It is not a falchion type of chart.
Yeah. So it is quote unquote straightforward. Just a lot of 8th and 16th note rhythms, nothing too crazy rhythmically, but just a lot of 16th note runs and 16th note drills.
For me, it's
very stamina heavy 16.
It's those anchored 16th runs that always get me. Those are the real tough part.
Yeah, those are I think the most notable and most well-known diff spikes. Yeah. They are the anchor runs.
Yeah, anchor runs.
Specifically, one of them, which is very ambiguous, and if you start it on the wrong foot, you're going to do the whole thing sideways.
That's right.
So we'll see if the
Definitely
players
found
forget, if they might end up having to do it sideways, or they'll
probably
lead
adjust on
30,
the
or
fly.
they'll lead 30 misses. You know, one or the other.
I would imagine they could adjust on the fly, take a
Yeah,
couple misses and go
exactly,
forward.
yeah. Yeah, you can adjust on the fly and just do the whole thing as a crossover run. It doesn't feel great, but it's doable. I think I remember seeing a video of like Mark getting like one perfect on it where he forgets and he has to do it crossed over. I'm like, damn.
That's crazy.
Must be rough. All right, here we go.
Getting into it.
Yeah, this song is also known to be very like it's like, I think it's like kind of visually late, or it just is late in general. Like the sync just is kind of weird about it, you know? It's not super comfortable. All right. This is pretty much the only break you get in the chart, and it's right at the beginning. Yeah, and you're gonna see a lot of these 16th bursts and a candle run coming up here really soon. JoJo with a really, really strong start. Yeah. It's called a candle run, by the way, because you've got your feet going from the down to the up arrow. We call it like basically making a candle with your feet.
So much harder than a regular stream.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot more movement of your feet.
Very efficient with your tech.
All right, here we go. Just really short break here, and then we've got the ambiguous run here. And Powdaboi does it crossover. Get the kind of the last third of the song here.
JoJo seems to be running away with it.
A little bit chiller here with just small triplets. And then we're going to get a couple more anchor runs here. Yeah, JoJo looks like is running away with this. He just MFC'd those 3 anchor runs.
That was so
insane
clean.
performance. All right. Yeah.
Team Desklamp goes up 2-0 in this set.
Wow, that's a 44 and 2.
That's crazy.
Pretty crazy, yeah. And a 9-7-3 from Powdaboi. Yeah. Just a tough, really tough 16. To be quite honest with you, it was probably, honestly, it was probably that sync that caught up with him. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, lovely radio.
Lovely radio.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's go. I know Watson's popping off for this one. Watson's busy right now, but he would be so happy if he wasn't.
Just looking around, being like, "What do you do? What are you talking about?" I don't even think he knows what song's happening.
But yeah, I didn't even consider this as a pick, but yeah, definitely.
It really is. Yeah, those streams are brutal.
You cannot
the
argue
note,
other-wise.
190 16th notes runs.
Yeah.
Those are
absolutely
brutal. This one wrecks me personally. This is one of the ones though where I absolutely love the background video. Have you watched the background video? It is hilarious.
It's just super cute and funny. Yeah.
All right, we're getting now into these bursts.
Yeah, lots
16th,
of 190 bursts. Yeah, very, very fast. And like step jumps thrown in there. There's really not much to. There is not a lot of break here either.
No, it just goes.
Yeah.
And it's like a proper song.
By that meaning, like it's like
it's not like a cut down version of something.
Yeah.
It's the whole ass song.
Exactly.
Oh, those little jumps. They nailed them. Yeah. Those jumps are so tricky. It'd almost be better if they were just 4 jumps. All right,
definitely
here.
Nailed that box run, yeah.
That was pretty tight. Looks like JoJo's up by about 20.
Yeah. And really short sort of break, but we're going to go right back into the action here.
With some prim wailing.
There. Jacks into the step jump and just even more jacks. You know, this used to be a 15, fun fact.
That's baffling.
I definitely, you know, agree with the re-rate.
Seriously.
Among anything else. Yeah. All right.
That was the last
just
burst.
About, yeah, the last burst. Just some step jumps and jumps. Yeah.
And JoJo, the clean combo.
Picks it up,
Takes
clean.
it.
There we go.
Takes it 3-0.
Yeah. Eggplant, I'm sorry, Eggplant. Desklamp. Team Desklamp comes back with a 3-0 of their own. So we'll have to see what Team Sonny, aka Team Jollibee, can do with their second round here with the 16 to 18s. All right, we'll get a quick reboot here, and we'll see who's going up next for the second round of Footspeed.
All right, yeah.
Getting a little sound boost here.
Love to see it. And we're back.
We're back. Yeah, we're back.
And sorry, y'all, you're still stuck with us.
Y'all are still stuck with us.
But there's some good ass
Yeah.
DDR to watch too.
Yeah, we're most likely rotating commentators after this. Not that you guys hate us or anything, because I doubt it. I doubt that, but you know, this is just a casual crew battle, and we're trying to get as many people in as possible just to hang out.
Yep, you're
All
right.
right, yeah.
World ends
World
now.
ends now. All right, so I called it.
Rest in peace,
It's
Secure
Andrew
Complex.
and BigC up for the 16 to 18 rounds. So yeah, both teams going for some of their stronger players to show up on this crew battle. All right. Yeah, so we've got BigC and SoCal resident is seated for day 2 of singles, so Sunday, and Andrew is the same. So Andrew's also Red Note, one of the founders of Red Note.
Yep.
And also was working on the pads pretty much all day today.
Working all day to make this place awesome.
Tirelessly to help us, and especially to mod the pads. So, you know, God bless him and pad modders everywhere.
Seriously.
Did a wonderful job. Both of us played on them. I love them.
They're amazing. Some of the best pads I've ever played on.
Yeah. And here we go. We've got the world ends now. So, yeah, this is
starting off.
Like I said, just a pretty Footspeed 15 or 16. Excuse me.
It just goes. It goes and goes and goes and goes. You just got to keep up.
It's really like right on the border. Like it almost could be a 17 if it was just a touch harder. It's just like missing like a couple of notes.
I agree.
From it turning into a 17.
Looks like Andrew's still holding on to a PFC. BigC dropped one great.
Yeah. Both players nailed that 12th note crossover section. standing also ramps up here.
As if that wasn't enough.
Yeah, so he's up about 30
long
to
drill
35.
section.
Yeah, but here we go. We've got this 200 BPM 16th burst mixed with step jumps. Yeah, just very, very difficult to keep yourself just upright for these patterns. And that's the end of the turn.
Despite dropping the freeze, Andrew takes it by 24.
Fairly comfortably against 20, yeah,
Or 21.
21 and the X-Lane.
Pretty close on money score too.
One of my favorite charts and songs in the game, for sure.
Yeah, I believe it. It hurts too much.
Yeah.
It hurts.
I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, pay your respects. Avenger.
Avenger ESP. All right.
Yeah, we're going from banger to banger. All right,
It's
so
interesting.
Avenger Expert is going to be our next one, almost certainly.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't really associate this with Footspeed specifically because it's really just the end.
Yeah.
Right. Everything else is like tech, reading properly.
Right. There
and then
are
it's just
like
the
a lot
drills
of
and runs
bursts,
at the end.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. For the expert chart, definitely, I would. It's mainly just the drills and the candle runs at the end.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it still tests.
Oh yeah, it's still very dense.
Yeah, those are really difficult runs.
Oh my God.
Towards the end for sure.
Incredible.
And overall, just a great tournament song, I would say. All right.
BigC
Sutter Plus being set up for BigC. Andrew deciding to just go
vanilla.
Vanilla. Vanilla's the right word to use there. So yeah, the beginning of this chart is all pretty slow. It's at a 200 BPM, which doesn't sound slow until you hear the ending is 400 BPM.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holding on to a strong PFC. Andrew up by about 10 or so.
We've got our first run here.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. Okay,
Right.
that's fair.
Yeah. We got another 16th run here. Ooh.
And then 100.
Yeah. Another slowdown here. We're going down to 100 BPM.
So dense, so tricky to read time.
Both players doing a solid job. Andrew is holding a really strong lead here.
About 20 or so.
About 22, I think, is what I saw. Yeah. Okay, yeah, just some 16 bursts here. And the song's gonna build up a little bit here at the end, and then we're gonna hit our speed up soon. So
our
this is the
faster.
toggle. Or actually the toggle, you've got like one more chance here.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, he misses it. Ooh. Okay.
Salvaged it with just a couple of misses eaten.
Okay, he's doing really, really well on the speed up to make up for it.
Wow.
All right, we've got a drill box run here into a candle run. Yeah, really, really difficult to get your feet moving this fast. And we're finishing up here.
Andrew takes it by 44.
Yeah, 24 win by Andrew. EX win. Ooh, and a AAA at that too.
Very nice.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, half BPM charts like that are especially difficult to MA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because just
Yeah. So even top players like this get 100
yeah.
perfects.
Yeah, hitting Marvelous's consistently, and like staying in the Marvelous window has a lot to do with visual
Visuals.
timing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so with it be so slow, it's really hard to time visually. And we've got first time challenge for our last chart.
Yeah.
Footspeed chart for sure, right?
That ending.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that
we've
ending.
We've got a lot of like just 140 BPM streams, which doesn't sound fast, but there's lots and lots of 24th runs.
Yeah.
24th note runs with especially the ending being several measures long at 24th notes, which I think
24th
is
notes,
a
which
210 BPM equivalent.
Right.
Yeah.
And not to mention that you have to constantly turn at those endings.
Right, yeah.
Constantly turning back and forth
yeah.
every 4 notes.
Lots of crossovers in this chart too.
Yeah.
And including at the end, they sneak a little crossovers in at 210 for you. just as a treat, you know?
Just a treat. And there's the really, I think, actually really cool gimmicks. I think the gimmicks are really well done in this song. These players have those memorized at their level.
Oh,
but
yeah, absolutely.
They're really cool.
Yeah, a very gimmicky song for sure. The gimmicks are like, I want to call them like kind of unintuitive. Like you wouldn't kind of expect them to be where they are.
That's true.
But once you know them, they're so satisfying.
Yeah, they feel great to hit.
This is one of my favorite 18s for sure. All right, you got a little taste of Footspeed here.
Yeah, those 24th bursts.
Yes.
That's always rude, going from the 16th note streams and then having to burst into 24ths, but they both nail it.
Little awkward stop right there in the middle of the stream. Yeah.
I love that stop. It's fun.
But yeah, you're gonna see a lot of mainly 16th notes, but they're just gonna throw a little, just as a treat, they'll throw a little candle run at you.
Those things.
Yeah, those things. When you see the green notes, just know their feet are just going for, except that one. That one doesn't count.
Got Andrew up by about 10 or so, looks like.
It's very close. Here comes a rocket speed up. Both players know it. All right, and then now we're just getting a quick build up to the ending streams. You're gonna see 16th notes and then 24th notes starting real soon. Here's the Footspeed. Watch the player cams.
BigC bracketing it out.
Really tough session there, but yeah.
Andrew takes it.
Andrew
nails
by.
that.
Did a pretty close song. That's like just 20-ish.
Yeah,
Okay, we're gonna be right back on stream. We'll take like a 3 to 5 minute break, verify a few things on stream, and switch commentators.
All right, sweet.
Wow, I've never been kicked out live before. That was see you
guys.
guys.
Don't
So we're back. So now we'll go ahead and start round 3. So round 3, it's kind of like an old school mod style set where it's called S4R if you were playing DDR back in the early 2000s. And basically, these people have to play with mods Sudden Plus, Shuffle, Flat, and 1X. So that being said, we'll get our competitors up. It's 2 of you, right? Mary and Yama, right? Yeah. Yama. Yeah. Hello.
Are we on? Oh, we're on. We're on.
All right. So you got the
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
No, actually I
yeah,
can't.
we can't hear each other.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, we're all good? Hello. So, we are coming in for the third
I don't hear Hamlet.
Of, okay, waiting just a second for some audio info to set up after.
We can't hear each other?
Now I can?
Wait, can you hear me? Wait.
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, but I can't hear you. Unless I actually have to like. Huh? Huh? Everything else I can hear, but I can't hear Hamlet. But you said you could hear me, right?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, wait. Say something, say something.
Hi.
Oh, I hear you, but you're very faint. Go ahead and say something.
Hi.
Oh, shoot, I super hear. Okay, I hear you.
Okay.
I think we're good. You
I
hear
think
me, right?
we're all good, yeah.
Okay, awesome, great.
All right, we fixed the audio setup after we came in to commentate, and yeah, we're jumping right into the third category of this team battle.
Which is S4R, Sudden Shuffle, and I forget what the R is. Basically, everyone is going to be playing their sets on 1X, Flat, and Sudden Shuffle, as you can see right here. It looks like they get to customize their
I was going to
Sudden
ask
Plus?
when I say Sudden Plus, like how high do they have to keep it?
I
they
know.
both have it pretty high, but not quite the same amount.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see
Maybe
if
the standard
Alex,
is... maybe the standard is you just have to be at least halfway through.
So this is a challenge where, yeah, it's just very hard to read because the notes are flat, because you don't have much time to read, and they're all compressed together. And of course, Alex, the TO, picked mean songs for this. Right before we sat down, we started reviewing the secret song list for these sets that are being revealed to the players only right before they play them. And yeah, this one's going to be fun.
And so it's basically like you're sight reading every song right now. You're playing Chocolate Philosophy, which you probably also haven't played in a while, right? It's just a 24th note, sweet note song. So it's already difficult to time. The sync is already a little bit off. It's like, are those jumps? Are those 24th notes? Who knows?
Yeah, it's a low BPM song, which makes these notes even more compressed together than they otherwise would be when you play it on 1X. And then it has all of these 24th note pickup notes scattered throughout it.
You can see Mary mpal is just absolutely cheesing on camera over there. I think where everyone's having trouble distinguishing between the jumps and then the 24 pickups.
Yeah, watching Yama's side, he has gotten a little bit ahead, but still a lot of times where you can tell, neither of them can tell like which note is first in a little swing pickup note pair, or even when something is a jump. And it's only going to get meaner from here on this song.
Oh yeah, we've seen this list. We're not going to spoil it, but it gets significantly meaner.
Yeah, we can't say the songs beforehand so that no one on the teams can cheat with the stream, but we're looking forward to seeing it.
We're just having fun right now. Like these two are laughing it up right there. They're having fun.
This is the first kind of really unusual category we've seen.
Yeah.
In the event so far. You know, crossovers, Footspeed, it was just good players playing hard songs.
Yeah, those are tech that you're expected to know.
But this is just what players from these teams volunteered to try something that was going to be impossible to read.
Yeah. I wonder if the strategy is maybe picking like players who've been playing for a lot longer, because you know people who started in DDR second mix, DDR third mix, they're at least used to reading on 1X. Right,
because if you were playing in the arcade in those mixes, this was the only way you could play, pretty much.
And then Yama is looking stressed right now.
Okay, the Reason Expert is a much harder song to jump to. That's the Reason 12, right?
Oh, it's only the 12?
Yeah.
The 15.
that
Okay.
would have had to be in the harder set.
Oh, that's true. Yes, that's right.
So this is a rock song. It's also like 80 BPM. It has a weird stop near the start.
Yes. And that gives it yellow note syndrome, but you won't even notice when it's on Vivid.
Yeah, that's right. I was about to say, as in the yellow notes are the downbeat throughout this song.
The 16th notes end up being
But I guess that doesn't matter at all for them.
So it's a little bit more correct to play it on Vivid, or I mean flat. We have some vulgarities being screamed out, but I don't know if the mic can quite pick it up.
Hopefully those didn't quite get picked up. All right, now we have a stop.
Beautifully
With
timed.
that stop, you can't even tell whether, because this song has a lot of phrases that start not on the downbeat, but right after it. And you can't even tell reading this.
And sometimes, well, I'm thinking about the challenge part where it's sometimes on the guitar strumming and just sometimes it's not. It just does whatever it wants to.
There's this kind of syncopated pattern. You might be able to hear them stepping, but it's not completely consistent. A lot of greats and goods pop. Okay, they all found, they both found themselves again in this little quarter note section.
But I think they're getting into the MA window. Like the timing at least isn't as janky as Chocolate Philosophy. It's just 8th notes or the occasional 16th note.
Yeah, they find it again when they have these parts with normal rhythms.
They're both ghost stepping, so they're maintaining their rhythm. Although this part is definitely a lot harder.
But this is going to be rough. A few goods appearing. More goods for both of them.
And then Yama takes it with 6-6. Let's go.
6-6-6. Wow, that song has like no notes. All right, looking into the third song, which I think we can see what it is now because Alex is about to be telling the competitors it at the same time. One-Sided Love Challenge. This is such a good chart.
It's a shock arrow one, right?
Yeah, this is the one where it's just steady 8th notes the whole time, but with a shock arrow every 4th step. So you're supposed to center step with your right foot every 4th note. And if they get off or they just lose track of where they are, they're just going to hit shock arrows, which if you're used to playing ITG or haven't played shock charts in a while, in DDR, shock arrows, if you hit them, not only give you a miss, but hide the arrows on your screen for a second.
Yep. Love that feature.
So this is going to be a disaster in a hilarious and awesome way to watch.
And then with shuffle, it's like, it's not going to be consistent when you have to like step into the center on a shocker. Because you were saying you always step with your right foot in the center, but with the shocker, with shuffle on, it's going to mix up which foot you're going to be stepping into the center. If anything, maybe you'll just jump into the center with both feet.
Yeah, I think you'll have to. I think they won't be able to do any kind of proper shock arrow form where you sort of step on the center between 2 8th notes. Because the real song has crossovers in it during that as well.
Oh, and if they hit a shock arrow, it feels like it's going to be gone for way longer.
Yeah, hitting shock arrows with sudden plus on must be brutal.
Did this chart also have gallops, or is it just this? Oh, okay.
So they have to try to hit those 3 notes between every set of shock arrows. There you see one going off right there. Sorry?
Mary's landing on the shock arrows here and there. She's really trying. I see her returning her foot to the center. And then Kenny is just one-footing the entire thing while keeping his foot on the center panel.
That might actually be a good way to do it. It means he has to like keep hopping around the pad, but at this speed, you pretty much can.
Yeah, because at least one foot's always, you know, in the air while the other foot's grounded on the metal sheets. Yeah, we're seeing two distinct play styles here. It's actually pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, he's basically trying to snipe every note with whichever foot is closer, while bringing them both back to the center. This is a little gallop section, but
a little
that's
reprieve from the shocks.
Yeah. And then one more round of this before the end.
I'll do it for you.
We love DDR competitions where the players just talk back. She made it.
That one was fun because they each had to try to figure out a way to deal with that.
Yeah, it's going to be like different every time a shock arrow comes out. Do you jump to the center? Do you alternate your foot?
So that was S4R set 1.
Yes.
Coming up after this is S4R set 2. So the same mods, the same theme, but 3 harder songs for a different player from each team to come on and compete on.
And these songs are quite the meme songs. Like, I am ready for a good time in this next set.
I felt like I guessed some of the ones that they would definitely have to put into this.
Uh-huh. There are going to be some classics as well as just some very tricky ones.
Yeah, I mean, if you're used to if you know DDR songs that are like in the 80 BPM range that you think of when you think of as extremely annoying to read, you'll think of some of the ones that are coming.
Reading challenge. Everyone bring up the old school players, please, who are used to reading 1X. Speaking of old school, I think I'm going to explain a little bit of the history of S4R because I knew about it back then, and I did a little bit of Googling. I went on to DDR Freak to look up in the dictionary. But basically, S4R, sudden shuffle, random whatever, right? It started, I want to say, in DDR third mix. So in DDR second mix, I did a little research. DDR second mix introduced Hidden as the only appearance mod, and it also introduced the other turn mods. And it was DDR third mix that introduced Sudden as well as Stealth. And so that's when people started playing around with like these modifiers. And in case you didn't know a DDR third mix, back then, in order to play songs on Expert, you had to like input a code at the menu screen, left, 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 right, 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 left, right. And then that would activate this mode where you could play the Expert charts, but it was forced 1X flat, right? So that's kind of where the 1X flat comes from.
That's so funny that like, just to play what we now consider the sort of typical way you'd play, Expert difficulty, you had to know a code before you went to the arcade.
Yeah, that was like the super old-fashioned thing to do because everything had codes. If you wanted to put it on a turn mod, if you wanted to put on any kind of appearance options, or even turn Vivid back on in SSR mode, Step Step Revolution mode, you had to input a code.
So the Island song is, I think, an often forgotten about 13. It's a slow swing song. You can hear the beat now, and it has a lot of awkward jumps. And a lot of, swingy pickup 12th notes.
Hey, maybe a shuffle will fix those awkward jumps. But yeah, so
that brings up another thing about shuffle, which is sometimes even in competition, there's certain songs which are popular to shuffle, and it's because there's a certain limited set of arrangements which shuffle can produce. So if a song has awkward crossovers, awkward jumps, double steps, some of the shuffles will fix those.
Yes, Daggers, Arabiata, and then arguably Plan 8.
Oh, interesting.
I throw it on Plan 8 because I hate up-down drills. Yeah, corner drills are easier. But let's go and focus on the Island song. So just like Chocolate Philosophy, I think we're going to see something very similar. Oh yeah, get that Shuffle Plus bar up there.
So if you really try to look at the notes, you can see sometimes there are pairs of notes that are very slightly offset. Same as Chocolate Philosophy. You just can't tell whether it's a jump or a 24th note pickup note.
Yeah, and it looks like when they are gallops, our players are foot switching them, right? Because they are 360 gallops. At least some of them are coming out to be 360 gallop patterns.
They are struggling to read this. One of them might fail, so I think whichever one lasts longer might wind up winning the EX.
That's true. I hope Derek can make it through there. That life bar is looking a little precarious.
Oh, those jumps. There was just a series of 12th note jumps right there, I think.
I wonder if at that point it might just be smarter to bracket the entire thing if it's a bunch of jumps.
When there's a freeze arrow jump, it actually helps you. Normally, songs with a lot of freeze jumps are mean, like if you're playing Delta Max or something. But here, it actually lets you reset and know where you are.
And it gives you a little bit of a breather because it's not going to cram in as much arrows. But oh, look at these
Now
jacks.
it's going the other way. Now Powdaboi on the brink of failing.
Are there 48th notes in there, or is it just 24th notes going in the jumps? I can't even tell.
I think it's just 24th notes. I don't think there are any bursts in this. So they both made it to right near the end, but
Powdaboi had the lead
managed
for
to
a
keep
while.
his life bar up and took the song by EX.
Yeah. I think it really came down to just surviving because Powdaboi was in the lead for a while, but then he just, his brain gave out. It's really exhausting to read 1x 85 BPM.
Yeah, like if you're playing a song with a lot of slowdown, sometimes your focus gets worse as the song goes on.
It's the mental stamina.
All right, this is one of my favorite 14s. It's just a fun, it's long for 14, it's over 600 notes. It has a sort of nice consistent rhythm, which
Streamy.
reads as 30-second notes. Yeah, it feels streamy for a slow 14. It has a tricky little rhythm at the start with jumps as 16th notes, but they really sound like 8th notes. But they're written as 16th notes, which matters here because they're going to be horribly compressed together at 1x.
They should be familiar with the rhythm because at least it's not a 24th note swing song. It's mostly just straightforward streams of bursts throughout here and there. Oh, you know what? Except those bursts are going to end up being crossovers.
Ooh, he could not read that opening rhythm with some syncopation in it. So Desklamp is going to take this song, but I think now he just wants to see if he can make it through the whole thing. Is he going to stop, or is he going to show off for his team? Desklamp, the team captain of Team 1. I think this is the first time we're seeing him playing.
You know, Team Desklamp is killing it.
All right, he got his life bar back up. They're both continuing to play because this is a fun exhibition event, and we like to see that.
Yeah, oh, we want to see fun here. This part's not too bad, mostly 16th notes, and then we're going to see some, 30-second bursts? No.
Yeah, it has a long run with no 30-second notes, then it works some triplets back in. But the hardest part is just the very beginning and very end.
I'm trying to read these. I see every time there's a 30-second note burst, it's also like a crossover.
Right, normally you shuffle songs because they have too many crossovers or candles.
Yeah.
And shuffle has a high chance of unwinding crossovers and candles.
Yeah.
But when you're playing a song that flows in a friendly way,
Then
and
everything
you shuffle
becomes a
it
crossover.
introduces crossovers and candles into everything, yeah.
As well as just straight up double sets.
I really like this round because this is the first time where Alex came up with something that is actually like potentially picking songs that were too hard.
And it's a round that, like anyone can participate in because everyone's just going to struggle anyway. So it's a round that's very inviting for all the skill levels here.
It's funny that Desklamp picked himself to go on for this one instead of one of the harder sets you would think, but it wound up being a good decision.
Yes.
All right, coming up now is probably the most obvious song.
Yes, get ready, everyone.
That you know that he was going to make them play for this.
Any guesses in the chat? Guesses in the chat? What song is it going to be? I wish we could see the chat right now.
Yeah, should we be able to see the chat? Maybe a question.
Okay. Woo!
Maybe we'll try to bring it up on a phone in a moment. But yes, so Bag Challenge. So for
Not
those
expert.
who don't know, Bag Challenge is the original version of Bag before DDR had the capability to have proper 24th notes.
So back then it was just, this song should be 24th notes, but back then on DDR Extreme's engine, they had to round it to the nearest 64th note. And so the rhythms, it would be, normally you should be stepping da-da-da-da, but it kind of sounds more like da-da-da-da, right? So like this kind of weird offset delays in between these 12th notes because they're going to be stepping the 30 seconds and 64th notes. So the timing is just an absolute wash. Just do whatever here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, back in the Extreme...
What is he doing? Get that up there, dear.
All right, all right. Now he's making it worse. He's handicapping himself. We like that.
Well, no, it's, you know, like the higher the bar is, it kind of simulates speed mods where it's just there's less of a dense mass to be reading on the screen, so it's a little bit less overwhelming when you have a higher sudden plus bar if you're forced to read at a slow speed.
You know, you're right. I mean, that's the reason that people often use sudden plus during slowdowns, even when playing seriously. This one is so high that I wonder if it's actually making it easier for him to read. All right, this one they've both made it so far. They're keeping it kind of close.
What's funny is I realize like you can't even see Darren's judgments. It's hard to tell if he's getting perfects or greats or marvelouses unless he's like really paying attention to the color of the flashes.
That's funny, yeah. You can kind of see the exclamation point on the word great sometimes.
Yeah, if you recognize the length of the judgment.
This is where it's important to know that Marvelous has 3 exclamation points, and Perfect has 2, and Great has 1.
And then Marvelous has like the flashier flash, the one that's a lot more exciting looking. The thing with Powdaboi's setting though is he has his judgment rating set to be in front, and so that puts it in very front, even the sudden plus bar. But Darren has it set to the back, so it's like all the way back there in the bottom layer.
Yeah, which is the option that more people play with. All right, so Desklamp takes the set.
Let's go, Darren, sweeping with a 3-0, right? It was 3-0, okay.
He did. And yeah, that sort of horrible bit of torture that 2 players from each team had to go through for our amusement
a nostalgic trip
is now
down
over.
memory lane here. S4R and Groove Radar Special?
So
okay.
The teams split the first 2 events, but that time, Team Desklamp took the whole thing, so he picked good people to send up for this one. But the question will be, who is now left for other rounds? Who did he use up, if you will, to take 6 points on that one?
All right, and it looks like who we've got coming up here.
So we have got, Groove Radar special charts
swing
combined
charts.
with swing charts. Just taking a look at
Gotta
what we
add a
have
little
coming
variety.
up. Yeah.
Because it'd be like a little too obvious if it was just Groove Radar Special
Because
charts.
there are exactly 6 of them.
Really, there are 6. Nice. You know off the top of your head? Which ones
Well, aren't there
there?
6? Because there's 1 for every spike on the Groove Radar.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
And then there's daggers.
Plus daggers. Okay, yeah, exactly. So I wonder which ones will come up. There's, Dynamite Rave is the Air Special.
I never play any of them except for Dynamite Rave Air Special
Let's
because
see.
it was a fun first song to try to PFC when you're just
especially
learning.
a challenge chart, right? I think I can name them all off the top of my head. So there's Dynamite Rave Air Special. D2R is the Freeze Special. B4U is the Voltage Special.
B4U Voltage, which is, as you'd expect from Voltage Special, easy chart with 1 horrible measure burst with some double steps in it.
Because that apparently adds to the voltage rating. I never really got that one, but yeah, it's just how many 16th notes can we cram into 1 measure, and that apparently just shoots up the
why is
voltage
that part
rating.
of the why is that the Groove Radar measure anyway? Just like, what's the most notes you have in 1 measure at any point in the song?
It's a weird way to measure voltage. And what else? AM3P might come up for chaos. And then I forget what stream was. What was the stream special chart?
Oh, I was going to say.
Oh.
Well, we're not playing a Groove Radar chart now. We're playing a comparatively recent swing chart. So we just saw 2 or 3 swing charts in the last group, and now we're sort of back into normal DDR playing land, and we're going to try to see some players have to try to be precise on a swing chart, which is always fun. They're just harder to time the Marvelous window on.
Yes, let's see the players actually do their best. We're about to see their best MA on this swing note song, which it's super recent, right? It's like an unlock on Ace 20 Plus.
Yeah,
I know it
it's
has,
hard to
it has stops
remember
at the end, right? Did it have stops at the end?
exactly when it appeared. Okay, Larks MFC's the first round of swing, but both of the players very strong so far. I do not remember if there are stops in this, shows I've not played it too long. Sudden change from swing patterns to just eighth notes right there. All right, both players locked in really well on the eighth note break.
Yeah, Larks keeping up his PFC here. And then Malia is very consistent with it too, only getting a couple of greats here and there. 24th notes can be so hard to time because it's like almost a jump, but it's not quite a jump. Okay.
Yeah, we spent so much time trying to precisely step 16th notes in every part of this game. And sort of fudging it a bit to try to get a 24th note gets you a lot of perfects. You really have to try to hear that division of the beat into thirds in your head if you're trying to focus on it, and it's quite hard. So this has not just swing streams, but a lot of syncopated patterns with green notes out in space that are extremely hard to count in your head, and you probably just snipe them.
And then jumps mixed in, like a couple of steps coming out of those jumps are a little ambiguous, and then we got our crossovers. Nice, PFC from Larks.
Another PFC on stream, really nice to see, and just a great first song from Larks, 30 perfect PFC.
I think this is his set. He knew earlier, I played a warm-up set with him, and he knew he was going to be doing the swing note set. So we practiced a couple of swing notes. We played Fashion, and so I think he's got that timing a little bit locked in right now.
I like this graphic that we've got here on the stream after the first song. The players don't even know the whole set when they start the set. Right now, Alex goes up and whispers to the players what the next song is.
And then we flip that card around.
And it's going to be another recent chart.
What's the recent chart here?
Draw the Savage. I was waiting to say it out loud because I still don't know if we're supposed to. I think another A20 or A20 Plus. I remember for a while it was only on Gold Cab.
Because it was a Gold Cab exclusive,
yeah.
Right? Or a Golden League, Golden League chart.
So it's one I haven't played much other than a few times I went to a round one.
Yeah. I think this is the one that actually has some stops near the end too. So you just gotta be familiar with what happens at the end, and you gotta be able to just read a little bit of a BPM gimmick here, or rather a stop gimmick.
And this also has sort of swingy streams throughout it, as well as syncopated patterns where green notes are kind of stuck without a corresponding red or blue note to go with them. Let's get the game back on stream since they've started the song.
Yes. Is the stream being streamed, right? Is the game being streamed? Okay, there we go.
All right, we're coming back to this. Larks with a yellow combo again when we tune back into what they're doing. So right now we've just got some 8th notes with 24th note pickups on some of them, flowing pretty nicely.
Occasional crossovers here and there, which I think most of our players are just double stepping because it's 8th note crossovers. Very double steppable.
Constant DDR Discord debate about who does 8th note crossovers. These are the trickier rhythm sections I was talking about. Both players timing a lot of this extremely well. This kind of pattern with these green notes spaced an 8th note apart but off the beat is really hard to time. You were saying?
Oh, I was going to say that free zero section. I think there was a 24th note mixed in there, but it was a free zero, so it was kind of hard to time that one because you wouldn't know if that were an 8th note or a quarter note.
Yeah, most other rhythm games, note skins,
for freezes, right, for holds.
Freezes will at least show you the color. DDR just never lets you have that.
Yeah, it's just eternally flat when it comes to free zeros. See, Malia messed up the freeze section there, or rather the stop section.
Tournament nerves and trying to remember when stops are is really rough.
All right, Larks with the one piece. Oh, I keep on saying Larks. Larks. And then Malia with the AA+, almost there, 7,000 away from the AAA.
And now we have one of the songs that you and I mentioned in the little intro to this section coming up, a Groove Radar special chart. This is going to be B4U Voltage Special.
Oh, yeah.
So it's basically, like we said, it's honestly just an easy 14 with one mean section of 16th note runs. And all I remember from when I was trying to get a 14 red lamp or something is that there's just a double step thrown in there.
Yeah. It's like you have to mix in some double stepping with a crossover, or you just double step the entire thing, which might be, I'm predicting we're going to see double stepping through the entire thing because it's just easier to not have to think about how you're positioning yourself. Because you can, like, I think, jack one of the jacks, foot switch the other, and then execute the crossover, and then that resolves. But I don't think anyone does it like that.
That's the kind of
just
thing.
Double stepping.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you would do if you were practicing a song, because it's very mean when a song has something that mostly resolves if you cross it over. But these players aren't even getting to prepare these songs like you would often in a tournament card draw. They're getting told them immediately before playing them. So unless you remember the song exactly, you won't have footwork planned for sections like that.
Sometimes it's better to just know how to improvise.
We see the crossovers here at the beginning.
And then there's the awkward part with no steps at all. That's going to come up again.
Both players keeping it pretty tight. Yeah, there's just not much to this song in the first 2/3 of it.
Like, these patterns are good. Like, I think they work with the music. It's just these random parts where suddenly they stop deciding to follow the music. But the chorus, like this part, these steps, oh, okay. They decided not to follow the music here.
Okay, the hard part is going to be coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, after this little build-up part, we're ready for
And
the one measure
now.
that's just all 16th notes.
Ooh, even those jacks are mean. Ooh.
There was our voltage.
So that measure is literally why this song is called Voltage Special. It's actually kind of weird. Really nice showing from Larks again.
Malia kept it really close this time with Larks.
And I think this is the first time we've seen both these players today, which means we're going to see them again before the end of the night, if I remember how this event works.
Did they get to play again later?
I think so, because there's 7 players and 14 sets.
Uh-huh.
So I'm assuming the teams have to send each player twice. We've seen Powdaboi twice so far. I don't remember if we've seen anyone else play twice.
Okay.
So coming up is going to be the second round of Swing and Voltage Special charts. Again, a slightly odd mix, but it's just people who want to play songs with a lot of 24th note pickups in them, and people who remember some really odd gimmick charts from DDRX.
And then this level range is 16 to 18. And I see T.Swag is actually making a return. So like you were saying, everyone gets to play twice, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like T.Swag is getting his second turn up there because he was doing the crossover round earlier.
Yeah, he did. He came out for that team in, the first event of today, the crossover round, and played pretty amazingly. I think everyone saw that swaggish PFC of Vanessa.
And then we also saw the 270 crossover, the actual turnaround that he executed during Astro Gazer without double stepping.
Which, again, because they weren't prepared on these songs, he just knows Astro Gazer that well that he just went on and did that.
Yes.
When people told him he was playing an 18 challenge.
And now he might be playing one later today or later in the set. Our range is 16 to 18, and I'm pretty sure if you can think about Groove Radar special songs that are in the 16 to 18 range, I think there's only one song.
See, that's true. It would have been very funny if coming back on for Swing Chart 16 to 18, they just had Vanessa again and he had to PFC it again. We get a kind of similar chart musically. We get Terare.
Yes. All right, so it's still got our crossover 12 notes. The streams are, I think, maybe a little bit shorter, but what's harder is that they are interspersed with jumps, like tail jumps toward the end and through the middle too, and the beginning.
I forgot about those.
Let's get the gameplay up.
Well, you can see the players here. There we go.
There we go, yes. Go right into the tail jumps.
So far it looks like flowing 24th streams, 12th streams. I don't even know this chart well. There are too many 16s I don't play often enough.
This one, it's just, like I said, I think the part that distinguishes it from a chart like Vanessa are the 12 notes going directly into jumps, so these tail jumps. And then the streams are less crossovery, but then...
He does a little slow Scooby on that one. Sort of unsurprising after his showing on the crossover set before.
Sometimes when you're a player who's able to do crossovers, you also just gotta know, like, when is the right time to do crossovers and when's the other time where I can just bracket and double step.
Yeah, after a few months of playing other rhythm games, like ITL was going on and stuff this spring, coming back to DDR, I felt like, and others felt like, DDR charts, you have to know, you can't trust the crossovers. So you have to know charts extremely well to know which crossovers are okay to commit to, at least at this speed. But he nails that run.
There are tail jumps. Both of them doing it very beautifully.
Roscoe does too, hitting perfects on all of those step jumps.
They both PFC'd it, but I think T.Swag maintained like a nice MFC through those tail jumps.
Those crossover jumps were quite mean. That's what you're talking about. And wow, they kept that close. So we might have another exciting 2 songs coming up.
Whew. Okay, just 15.
So let's see, what mean swingy chart is coming up next? Oh, this is a good one. Wow, I didn't even notice that on the list first.
Iconic swing chart song, but it's actually not going to be a 100% swing chart song here. Let's hear it for Poochie.
So this is Poochie. The first and last third are fast 220 BPM, just runs with some crossing over. And the middle is an infamous slowdown.
Of course, yes. 24th notes at 110, so it's still 12th notes at basically a really fast BPM. I think what really distinguishes us from Vanessa and Terare is we don't really see 12th note, or rather 24th note streams here. It's just mostly gallop patterns going into 30-second note drills. So if you can PFC Vanessa and if you can PFC Terare, the 12th notes shouldn't be too much of an issue. I think we're going to see a lot of ghost stepping to get them through like those 12th note patterns too.
Yeah, the main thing that sets Poochie apart is just the need for specific song knowledge because the middle is so irregular.
Like it's really like the reading challenge of it.
So we're going into the first full speed section, a few simple crossovers.
No jumps, in case you never noticed, this song has no jumps. Luke is executing the crossovers,
Both
as well as
crossing
Roscoe.
over that. Roscoe double stepping a little bit there, but still keeping up a nice combo.
I think he's doing a few foot switches to have to avoid double stepping. This part's a
I
little
didn't
tricky
even
to
notice
time.
the 16th note stuck in there. It is very, very mean to have to do straight 16th notes in the middle of a swing section.
Yeah, like just coming right out of it without like any kind of quarter note to ground you on the downbeat.
Slow section with some straightforward crossovers, then we're going to be going into 220 BPM at the end. Oh wow, it stays slow for even longer.
This part's the break. You can't like let your guard down though, because it's still a little tricky to MA since the sync is a little off. And now the end. We're just going to see mostly straightforward streams with 16th note crossover bursts. Assuming that they don't foot switch them here. Okay, no. We're doing our crossovers.
Yeah, crossover triplets like that are often a bit tempting to foot switch twice or to double step, but at this speed, some advantages to just learning to cross them over completely.
Nice, T.Swag taking it by 100, 99.
All right, so the last song in this set could be anybody's game, I think. It's a song that we kind of tipped off before. Of course, the only 18.
Yeah, what other Groove Radar special song is in
chart.
the 16 to 18 range here? All right, can we get some daggers in the chat?
Little buzzing from the crowd for the extremely memey 18.
Let's see what our options are. Are we going to toss Shuffle on? So Shuffle for T.Swag. And then what is Roscoe's turn mod going to be here? I think with Shuffle, the patterns do end up being a little bit easier. It's just the trade-off is you don't know what pattern you're going to get. While with the left and right mods, the patterns are somewhat harder. I mean, definitely easier than just without any turn mod. But the patterns are still a little harder than Shuffle, but you at least know what you're going to get when you put it on left or right.
Yeah, it looks like we have a Shuffle player and a left player. And like we were talking about before, the reasons that people often shuffle songs are because they have too many double-step crossover candle patterns that you have a good chance of unwinding. And this is one of those songs that is so mean that even in high-level competition, people deal with the uncertainty you were just talking about in order to shuffle them.
Like if you're looking at Luke's side, right, those 16th note bursts, they're originally crossovers in the vanilla chart, but because Shuffle's on, he has like more straightforward no crossovers.
And Roscoe playing on left, like you were saying, he can at least memorize. Presumably he's someone who always plays this chart on left if that's what he picked. And so he knows exactly the chart he's playing, but some of the footwork you have to deal with is just impossibly mean.
And then, speaking of impossible, we're about to get to the tail jump section. The thing with Shuffle is you can also bracket some of these corner jumps, which I've done before. And I see some bracket action happening here. Some ITL skills coming out, maybe.
It's also worth pointing out the very different speed mods used by the players, not just the turn mods, which means that Roscoe will probably have to have near memorized the fast ending section on his left turn mod.
Or he's about to mash it. We'll see what happens.
Some more annoyingly fast 16th notes. All right, there's the ending. Okay, it's not as fast. Yeah. It's kind of readable, but if you didn't know what was coming, you probably wouldn't be able to do that. T.Swag takes another song. He's been playing great today.
Team Desklamp is just absolutely sweeping right now.
And so the question is going to be, what players are left for both teams to come and do some of their remaining events?
Things can turn around because I think we are just only halfway through the sets right now.
Yeah, we've done 4 out of 7. And Alex is going up now to tell the players of the next event what they have to play. Let's take a quick glance here. It's a bit hard for us to hear what's going on over at the pads now.
He's talking about gimmick charts. We've got gimmick charts coming up. So if you love BPM changes, stops, then these sets are going to be for you.
I actually do like gimmick charts. I'm just not good at them.
I know, it's like visually it's fun to look at. It's fun to like play through it and have a good old laugh. But once you actually have to MA it, then that's where it kind of starts getting, oh, this is actually kind of annoying.
I am going to try to
or
sneak
really satisfying when you pull it off.
A little bit of time to see if I can bring up stream chat here. Okay, so the second appearance of team captain Desklamp and the second appearance of Malia.
Oh, okay, right, nice.
Both of them we saw earlier attempting to, no, sorry, Desklamp was playing S4R. Malia was doing swing songs.
Wasn't Malia also doing S4R?
I've forgotten now who did what.
But either way, I think they are both ready for some pretty tricky stuff. I know Desklamp has the 16 folder PFC, which means he knows charts that are gimmicky like Chaos and Pluto and Happy Lucky Yeppy.
So kind of like we talked about last time, the hard part of signing up for gimmick charts in this event is that you don't get to, like in a normal tournament, do a card draw, then go off for 10 minutes during the previous set and study the charts on YouTube to remember all the gimmicks. So it's really like who knows these gimmicks cold on charts that might not have played in a while. All right, Awadori, the song that you are never happy to have someone pick while you're standing in an arcade. Does that mean, is it okay to just say that Awadori annoys everyone? I don't know.
It definitely doesn't annoy Victor from SoCal. But then it's one of those charts that's also kind of cool when you actually execute it, when you know the BPM changes, because it's not just 120, 160, but it's going to range from 120 to like 170, and then...
and it shoots up to high 200s just for a few measures, right?
Yes. I think I wish I knew the BPMs right now, because I don't think this is 120. It's probably like 150, 160 right now.
Yes, not being a pro stream commentator, it's hard to keep up with chat and the upcoming songs and events and trying to do research on the sly on our phones about songs. We do have a little debate going on in chat about whether Awadori is indeed the most annoying song anyone can ever pick in the arcade. So we'll let both sides of that keep going.
Right now it's 153 BPM. I just pulled up True BPM. In case you didn't know, True BPM, Google it. A pretty good resource for knowing your speed mods and your
The
speeds.
first speed change coming.
This is here at 190. It doesn't last too long. It's going to shoot back down to... Actually, no, this is the part where it speeds up into 200. Oh, no. I'm totally off on this.
So this one is nice, and it cues, the first two speed changes stop and cue you in with 4 bells.
Yes.
Then there's the fast one later, which just doesn't, which...
There's 1 bell, and then it just goes.
That's the first really fast run of the song. Now right here, if you were expecting a full cue of a measure of 4 bells, you get horribly surprised. And now the gradual speed up to the hardest part of the song.
To our 260 section, and all the way back down slow. Nice, Malia and Desklamp keeping it very close. Malia setting a new record on this card.
Desklamp just being a formidable foe all the way throughout this evening. As well as one of his picks, T.Swag, putting forth some of the strong plays we've seen today.
And then next up, we've got...
I'm just going to wait till they pick it. Oh, I think I remember seeing it. It's Roppongi D.
There's so much to choose from the 15 folder, too, so it's really hard to, like, practice and guess and anticipate, because you have all the evolved songs.
When I was learning this game in 2018, I'm pretty sure I didn't know about Roppongi D, so I just played it at the same speed mod as the others.
Oh, because the BPM counter doesn't even tell you. Because it does go up to 340.
That's right, that's why, because it lies.
Indicated.
Right, this 170 BPM in the arcade mix is just a lie.
Yeah.
There's some other songs that do that too.
Version B and version C. The BPM counter is based on the first version, so it's 170 because version A is 170. If you look at New York Evolved, it says like 190 to 380 because that's New York A, even though the other New Yorks don't go up to 380.
Was the shtick with these songs when they were first introduced that you didn't know which one you were getting?
Yeah, right? It was just you selected Roppongi Evolved on the song select screen, and you'd either get A, B, or C. I think D was only available at home.
Okay, because D is the mean one. As we're about to see, it's the only one that has a double speed section, which means you have to play the song at half speed or memorize it, but for the most part, it's long enough that you have to play the song at half speed, as you see the players doing here.
Yes, everyone's playing at half speed. Before the speed up section, too, it's also preceded by a section with stops, just to make it a little bit harder to read. You got to know your stops here.
Very clean start from Desklamp.
And here's our stop section. Desklamp knows it. Malia's tripping up on the stops just a little bit. I think Darren brain farted there too. And here's our speed up.
And this is the part which, if you don't know this was happening, you would probably be playing at 800 BPM.
Fortunately, they both know about it. And then this last part that's just going to make reading at half speed so hard, because this last part is the densest section of Roppongi.
It's not quite the same ending as the A and B, right? But it's similar rhythms.
Yeah, I think like the first half is pretty much the same, but the second half is completely different in terms of step charts. Yeah, this part is the same as the other Roppongis.
The end of every Roppongi is just such a cool, fun, high energy banger of a chart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
that was
I
a
get the
longer
chills.
stream than you get in A, and so is this. So this is, even the end they made harder.
And then one last stop. All right, and then Desklamp taking it. It's one of those songs where you just absolutely have to know like every gimmick, every pause, every speed up and slow down that comes up.
And yeah, showing off the chart knowledge off the top of their head is one of the coolest parts of watching the players play these in this event. Another very gimmicky 15 coming up that I think is very cool, even though I can't play it well. So this is another song which is slow the whole way and then a fast 300 BPM section. In this case, it's the end. So you have to do slow reading the entire time between 75 and 150. And yeah, weird
mostly
rhythms,
75.
irregular patterns.
Right, this song is mostly 75, so you're not like just playing at half speed, but like you're almost playing at quarter, like a quarter of your comfortable reading speed here.
And there are 16th runs, 12th runs, annoying jumps, just all mixed in there.
Right, yes, like I know the trickiest part for me is this part where I think like 16th notes go directly into 24th notes. So you really got to be able to like time that transition.
There's also a part where, all right, something is going on because Eggplant is stepping in for this song.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, we're being told for reasons we don't know, Eggplant is swapping in for Desklamp for this song. We saw her playing crossover songs earlier tonight.
Oh, like she just absolutely has to do it.
Okay, apparently this is
there
her
some
favorite
lore?
song. And cool. Well, definitely it's gonna mean she knows it.
Yeah. I know later on there is like a tag team part of this tournament, right? Where they're actually gonna later like swap out with players like in the middle of songs. I was told about that. That's something that's happening.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the challenges.
Was this the well, was Eggplant the one who was there was a Twitter thread about how Remain is like easy, but it's definitely not easy. I don't know if this is in reference to that. Okay, but no, it's gonna be
they're
Desklamp.
making Desklamp play it.
Yeah.
It sounds like Team
Rules are
Sonny
rules.
didn't want to just let them have their way with things just for fun.
Oh, yeah, I think I see someone confirming in the chat. Right, Eggplant going up there was in reference to someone trying to mansplain to Eggplant, like, oh yeah, Remain, that's a classic, it's easy, but it's definitely not an easy song.
Someone mansplained Remain to her. Okay, so
Yeah.
apparently there's some past Twitter drama about this song.
Uh-huh. But if you don't know Remain, you're about to see what makes it not easy. I mean, you can already see what makes it not easy, because we're reading at half speed right here. And then we're getting
Even
to
some
pretty
greats
quiet
and stuff
sections.
coming up in that 16th note run.
And we're going to slow it down to 75. And 24th notes into 16th notes. There's going to be a drill. Absolutely a monster to time.
That drill also proving very hard to time.
All right, we got 24th notes transitioning out into 32nd notes.
Slow stuff that is obviously not hard to execute physically, but you have to laser focus on every note to avoid getting a great.
Yes, and this is the
Like right there. Greats on quarter notes. That's what Remain is about.
Timing this part's just so hard because you have to really listen in to hear that piano.
There's a double step right there that always gets me. The crossovers turn you the wrong way unless you double step before one of the sets of them.
You can't
the
always
song
trust
just being
old songs to
explicitly
resolve.
mean. An ordinary 300 BPM ending here, but it feels so much faster after
There's still
playing
some tricky
this
parts,
song.
like a tail jump is coming up. So
Yeah,
even
and
though
some
it's your couple reading
crossovers.
speed,
Yeah.
like there are still some tricky patterns.
Yeah, there are a couple crossovers like we're seeing right there, aren't there? It sounds like some confirmation in the chat that some game audio is being worked on the stream.
I mean, if the game audio is not working, then it's basically just simulating playing Remain at an actual arcade where you can't even hear the song. So I think you all got the same experience.
All right, 2 new players coming up for following the pattern of this event. 3 even harder and more gimmicky gimmick charts.
All right, because that was only the lower level charts, right?
Yeah.
And we got T.Swag back on. I'm really confused actually about because T.Swag this is his 3rd time coming up.
Yeah, okay, so maybe it's not every player exactly twice. So who knows exactly how this works? Maybe someone will tell us sometime. It's a fun event.
At this point, I also kind of wonder if Team Desklamp is so ahead that maybe Team Sonny won't be able to catch up.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we get the total score at some point on the stream. But it's also not a big deal. People are definitely taking it as a friendly, fun event.
We're still going to see some good
and wanting
DDR.
to see some good song plays, yeah.
Especially from these 2 players. We got some high-level players coming up playing gimmick songs, and so this is our chance to learn how to execute these gimmick songs.
Both of these players have had some super strong song plays so far tonight, so kind of don't know what to expect here. We have a 16, 17, and an 18 coming up.
Ooh, gimmicky. I'm predicting Pluto the first. I swear I haven't looked at the list, so I'm predicting Pluto the first.
Our first
as a gimmick song
is going to be a 16 Monkey Business Challenge.
Okay, classic gimmick song, right? It's kind of like the first one that you want to learn just because the song is so good and the gimmicks make a lot of sense.
Monkey Business 13 is like everyone's first real gimmick chart. Yeah, the music is amazing. And the gimmicks go with the music in a nice way, but they're also actually hard. You have to learn them. You can't just kind of futz your way through it.
Yeah, it feels satisfying to be able to pull it off once you learn it.
But it's just a little mean the whole way through. Like at the beginning, there's a 1-beat stop, then a 1-beat slowdown, then a 1-beat stop, then nothing. So if you go to sleep at any point during this song, you're just going to miss.
All right, let's see how they do here. Both players pretty familiar. Yep, I don't think we're going to see any forgotten sections here.
Yeah, these 2 will know their monkey business. Even that little cheeky 30-second note thrown into the slowdown. Very clean start, 1 EX difference, one of the tightest songs we've seen so far tonight. So we're really going to have to see how they both do on the slowdown.
All right, the next hardest part, after knowing the gimmicks, then you just got to be able to time this slowdown section. We got our anchor runs here, executing very well, but then Andrew picking up a good in there.
Yeah, T.Swag pulling a little ahead. I mean, you can see the Marvelous is just ticking during those 30-second note runs in the slowdown. Ooh, his first, great.
But still maintaining a lead by just 14 points.
There's not that much monkey business left at this point.
Yeah, at this point, we've only got like 1 more gimmick, and it's a decently straightforward one where you just mash the up arrow.
Yeah, that's one where the 13 has a slightly nicer bit of charting.
Oh yeah, you actually got to pay attention to the rhythm in the 13. Because it's like the do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, a few more straightforward 16th runs. This is the slowdown we talked about. Both the players, of course, know it, but T.Swag does not give any opportunity to get anything back after that slowdown.
All right, Andrew brought it back almost there. Separated only by 16, 18 points. I can do math.
Yeah, 18-point difference, which is about the same as it was after the slowdown. So that was really the only thing that made the difference, because they were tied in the second half, and I remember Andrew won the first section by 1 EX. Orcas, I saw someone called it in the chat a few minutes ago.
I know, how did I not think of Orca? Of course. The actual fun gimmicky 17 to play, because Pluto first is not it.
Yeah, another chart in the same boat. I mean, the gimmicks are so mean that you can't really do this if you don't know it, but the music is great. Once you know it, it tends to kind of become a favorite chart of people.
I wonder if either of them have it memorized. It looks like Andrew has the speed-ups memorized. It's feasible for Orca and Neutrino, where those speed-up sections are a little bit shorter.
Yeah, it's like 2 speed-ups of 1 measure each, and they flow.
But then T.Swag looks like he is reading at half speed right now. We're going to see some arrows flying on Andrew's side.
You know, for me, I have a lot of trouble playing memorized sections. Even if, like, you think you know it, it's just a totally different skill from playing normally.
Yeah, like, if you memorize a section, you can tap it out, you can write it down. But to actually execute it while you're playing, there's just, like, the whole, you have to actually...
And, ooh, I was about to say he MFCs it, then he misses the last jump. Very nice on the second one, though. And the song is still close.
I think with speed-up sections, you might know the steps, but your body still has trouble anticipating your positioning. And so it's still hard to execute, like, memorized sections.
Yeah, like you said, you can sort of try to tap it out and stuff and convince yourself you can, but doing a hard, like, memory recollection while playing just makes it twice as hard.
Nice. T.Swag nailing the jacks there.
Ooh, they're tied now. And there's still some gimmickry left in this that could go either way.
Woo. Andrew ahead by about 17 points there. We're coming up to my favorite section, the Skippy Paps. Very clean execution on both of them, just MFCing it completely.
Yeah, we're getting quite near the end of the song, and so Andrew might not give an opportunity for any catch-up here. Nope, he just keeps it very tight and keeps pulling ahead. Little miss there, but it's not going to change the fact that this is a very, very nice win for him.
Yep, Andrew with a 48-point lead, 58.
So I think that's the first player today taking a song off T.Swag, who everyone knows is just a very strong player.
He's like so consistent, right? Like from the moment he was warming up, like at the start of the bracket today to now.
Yeah, right. We talked about him playing before, but coming on and PFCing Vanessa as your first song is still just hard. Of course, the Gimmick 18 is going to be Deggers. Second time we're seeing it in the past hour or so. Maybe a little.
Wait, seriously? Is it Deggers?
Maybe a little bit of a throwback to Upbeat, where it became kind of a joke that Deggers was the only song picked repeatedly by player after player, because everyone thinks Deggers is a hard song that they can do.
Yeah.
But it's a hard song that everyone kind of hates but kind of knows.
And if you don't, then you're getting knowledge checked. Yeah, if you didn't hear enough of Deggers at Upbeat, then welcome to last card.
Okay, so it looks like we're going back down to a normal speed mod for Deggers from Andrew, and also shuffle. And we saw T.Swag also playing it with a normal. I didn't see him set up his thing.
Yeah, I missed it too, so we're about to see. I feel like T.Swag would absolutely play it vanilla. Let's see what he actually does. Shuffle. And we both got the same, no, slightly different shuffle patterns.
Yeah, but no one's reading the end fast this time. It's really hard to sort of spot any difference in. I mean, I can tell they're different, but to like comment on.
I know I'm trying to
what's
determine which
different in
one's
these
like
shuffles.
the easier one. But I would say they're both pretty hard, of course.
This song just spams so much random nonsense that probably any shuffle has its share of annoying resulting patterns, but I bet people who have really studied it could tell you which ones are better.
All right, this section, we got to see some brackets and foot switches, probably, perhaps. If you want to be able to get that section that they just did on shuffle, like there's a little bit of foot switching involved.
Yeah, a little bit of struggle on the spam 16th jumps.
Oh, Andrew kind of missing on his sudden plus execution there.
Another nice play, and T.Swag will
Win
take
for
this one
T.Swag.
2-1. I think this is the first split set we've seen, so both teams trying to send really strong players. What are people excited about over there?
Nice. I think it's just the fact that T.Swag almost triple A'd it. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, wow. I was not even looking at his machine score, but yeah, that is a bonker score.
Yeah, like in tournament setting, right? Like even at Upbeat, people weren't triple A'ing this song at Upbeat.
So yeah, we were looking at the comparative EXs, but that was just kind of a dominating play of that song.
All right, we can see the totals there with Team Desklamp leading with 23, Team Sonny trailing behind with 7. We're definitely just having fun at this point.
It's great to have this event sort of the evening before the main singles tournament, both because it let them sort out a lot of stream tech issues that were happening at the start.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, everyone, like the amount of people here is surprising for kind of the pre-tournament Friday night day. It's actually very hype, and this venue is actually awesome for people who have not been here in Las Vegas, like me.
As a community, I think it's just fun to hang out, you know, like we are here to enjoy each other's company. We're here to grow together, right? Because the DDR community is like very much thriving right now. Like we're all coming back together. We're all enjoying each other's company. We're all here to watch some really good DDR.
And especially after the long interruption with no in-person tournaments, everyone is just really excited to see each other again, get back to some of these things happening in 2023. The energy has been super positive, and this kind of friendly, gimmicky team event has been a great way to do it.
It's great for the players too, because then they get an extra day they get several extra sets to adjust to these cabinets in case they've been playing on gold cab, right? We want some time to readjust to white cabs.
All right, I think I see Larks and, is that Roscoe going back up?
That's Roscoe.
Yeah, okay. We can see them here now.
And this is going to be the stamina. Is this the stamina round?
This is stamina. Let's take the sneak peek at what songs are going up before they tell the players.
With stamina, I wish we had A3 right now, because I think the new 18s in Ace 3 are significantly more stamina intensive than what we have in Ace 20 Plus. Although this one definitely doesn't give you a lot of breaks until the end.
A classic, a favorite, a song that you get to the end of and you don't understand why it's still going.
It's the jumps that are just so draining.
I think these players will handle it just fine because it is a 15, but for a stamina theme, it is a great one to start on.
think it's easy to underestimate just how much stamina it takes to get through beachside money, since it's not like it's not very dense with its streams until the end, but it's really like just repeated jumps, right? Having to suspend yourself in the air while holding the bar, that drains you like way so much more. You're not just getting tired in your lungs, but your arms are getting tired as well. At least that's my experience when I have to play
The arm
beachside
stamina
money.
can be rough, yeah. And also ending with a long drill section is just kind of the meanest thing that they can do. Because even if you're a little tired, it gets very hard.
Yeah, right, because normally in isolation, it wouldn't be hard to do that ending, but then when you're already like slightly drained, those drills become relentless.
Both players quite clean so far. Larks had one good on a crossover near the start, which could matter on a song where the scores should be quite high. Chat says maybe Spanish Snowy Dance is the only more stamina draining 15. Yeah, another similarly brutal one that you don't understand how it's not over yet.
The thing about Spanish Snowy Dance is it really a 15? I mean, Konami says yes.
When I was trying to clear lamp the 15s, I kind of doubted that.
Even beachside money, I know there's a argument for turning this into a 16. Roscoe really carrying his PFC all the way to the end here. And here are drill
This
section.
is the ending drill we talked about. Both players drifting a little, as happens during a drill, but Roscoe holds on.
Getting a great right at the end.
Yeah, it was. Drills are just so rough to stay perfectly on. It's very hard to react as you drift and start getting perfects.
Yeah. It doesn't quite have like, with longer streams that are spread across arrows, I feel like you can like visually anchor and check how your timing is, but in drills, it's really hard to, like, it's easier to get lost when you're trying your time.
When I was learning drills, like first playing this game, playing easier songs like Superstar and stuff that have drills in them, I felt like I was always just guessing because you basically can't read.
Yeah. And especially with Superstar, like slower BPM drills, I find like almost harder than like fast BPM drills sometimes, because you want to always just rush the drills.
I already forgot what we're doing here because there are so many high stamina 16s. Of course.
Anniversary.
This one's an interesting one because it's overall an easier 16.
Yeah, it's pretty persistent. Skippy paps at the beginning, skippy paps at the end. 16th notes going into 12th notes rung, so there's also a little, it's a little hard to time.
People talking about the other horribly stamina draining 15s in stream chat. Starlight Fantasia Endorphins, Horatio.
I might be late on this, but I recently learned that there are two versions of this song, right? The one in DDR has like squeaky steps in the middle, and then the pop-in version has the tappy sounds.
I didn't even know that.
If you listen to the USIN chart on YouTube, they use a pop-in music version because you hear the button taps that you would normally hear when you play pop-in music. But in DDR, you hear the sound of people's shoes squeaking in the middle section. So it's a nice little celebration of both these games and their 20th anniversary.
That is really cool. This became a pretty popular fun chart when it came out. It is kind of continuous, which is why it's in the stamina set probably, but another kind of thing that will not really give too much trouble to seasoned players of 16s.
Here's a section where you can hear the squeaky shoes, but in pop-in music, it's taps.
That's really neat. I like all of their sort of DDR celebration anniversary themed songs they've done and the Konami anniversary songs.
That was a good time, like all those 20th anniversary releases. I missed that time. Those are 16th notes going into 12th notes. I think Larks had a little trouble timing that transition. And this ending, that's going to feel a little bit similar to the beginning. We've got a mix of skippy paps and longer bursts.
And is there another 12th note run? No, just a fast section.
Roscoe maintaining his PFC all the way through the end. Very beautiful here. This ending is relentless, but
very nice, holding on in that ending stream.
Roscoe leading with a nice 70-point lead.
25 PFC on that, just a great play of it.
That's why Roscoe is seeded to top 12 right now.
Already forgot to check what we have coming up. Okay, Stamina 17. One that American players could not play for a long time. Paranoia KSKST.
Banger of a chart, though. Like, great chart.
It's a great song, a great chart. I think it ends with a long stream and just sort of a mix of paranoia-ish stuff before then.
Close to the beginning, we've got like a decently sized stream that kind of goes into this crossover foot switch section. And then from there, it's just bursts of 5, jump steps. So a lot of things in there to drain your stamina. Oh, Roscoe, get that back on expert over here.
Little bit of accidental standing on down.
I wonder if Roscoe's going to PFC this entire set. I'm a little excited to see that. I hope that happens.
He did get a grade on Beachside Bunny
I totally
in the
forgot about
drill.
that. It was right at the end.
He's really locked in on the stamina songs. Nice white combo there for a few steps from Larks. This is such a cool version of Paranoia.
Yeah. Made during what, I think DDR X3, right? Kind of a celebration of all the Paranoias. They had Paranoia Revolution and then they had Paranoia KSKT.
I didn't even know that because I knew when I started playing this game again during Ace, only that it was the song that you couldn't play in the US. Until A20 maybe, sometime around then.
Until we had access to Gold Cab, and then after a while they just decided, hey, let's just throw it in for Ace 20 Plus for American Cabs. I think that was the last break that they got, right? And then the chart just goes on all the way to the end from here.
And even this right now is not so bad for a 17, but the ending stream is pretty long.
And then we got that twisty jump step section.
The amount of jumps that's been happening in these last few sections is quite draining, though.
I think Roscoe tried to do bracket crossovers there. Trying to execute some ITL tech.
You know, I've been playing more ITL, and I saw some brackets that just looked like they were in that chart, and I've got to sort of remind myself, don't try that in these charts. Most of the time, either bad idea on arcade pads,
yeah, these DDR pads are not meant for brackets.
Leaves you facing the wrong way in DDR, even if you do them, with few exceptions.
Okay.
Stamina level 2 coming up. We have a 17, a 17, and an 18. A 19? A 19.
So the level range is 17 to 19 here, which completely makes sense for a stamina draining set.
I had to remember for a second which one that was, but yeah, we will be seeing a 19.
Okay, exciting. This is the first 19 of the tournament, I think.
And yeah, who are they going to be sending up? Because even in this set of great players, probably not everyone can play 19s. Pretty much in any set of players, not everyone can play 19s.
I don't know a lot of people that want to willingly play 19s.
That's right, that's right. Also, right now, we're talking about people who are playing 19s for fun.
So we got BigC representing LA, ReRhyme representing Vegas here, or Reno?
Oh, is that how the teams are?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like.
Oh,
locally.
I see. Yeah,
no,
where they are. Yeah,
like
yeah. BigC been a staple.
straightforward patterns, but then as a stamina chart, you know, you want like straightforward patterns that are just, it's more so about the density and the relentlessness.
I saw Rip Audio, then I saw We Back, then I saw from Sonny working on the audio, so I don't know, stuff is happening. Hopefully you can hear us. I've not pressed any buttons.
Both players maintaining their PSC, Big C or Big L, maintaining a lead by just like 5 EX.
And staying very close, yeah. First great there. We don't have one of those little widgets that makes it easy to compare the EX, but they're very close.
I think ReRhyme just pulled ahead. I would love to see a Big C win. Like, ReRhyme is seated higher than Big C, but for Big C to take it, that would be a huge upset.
Yeah, all of these really strong players are going to be in the upper pools being played in the main event on Sunday.
Oh, Big C
Okay,
taking
he
it
was
back.
just ahead by maybe something like 4 at that freeze arrow. There's still a good bit more song.
Ah. I think when you're maintaining that PSC, you kind of just focus a little bit more.
Yeah, there's a whole return to the A section still in this song. There was those jumps, and I was like, is this approaching the end? But nope. I've definitely not memorized
Ooh,
everything that
it's
happens in
1
this
point.
song. 1 EX, few measures left.
Whoa!
Big C does,
All right.
does not take
Let's
a
go,
big
Big
L on
C.
this one.
Big dubs.
That went back and forth a little bit during the ending runs.
That was crazy back and forth.
3 greats, 4 greats, also just amazing plays.
Yeah, and then Caesar carrying that PSC for like nearly half the song. It's only the first song, but I'm like proud of this guy already. Let's go, SoCal.
All right, now our 18. I think I may have called it a 17 earlier, but it's an 18.
Classic stamina
Known
chart.
to be an exhausting 18. It's also an exhausting 16.
I hope they take a break. If it were me, I'd be like spending a minute in between each of these songs. Let's see if they jump right into it. Okay, no, we are definitely taking a break. Oh, Caesar is like ready. He's like, he's not afraid. He's not afraid of some Scoobies.
He's putting on the psychological pressure.
ReRhyme felt pressured. He's like, okay, shoot, let me just start playing right now. The song starts right away, of course. I think the first big part that's really going to separate their scores is going to be that Scooby section.
I cannot say I know the 18 well, other than kind of knowing the sheer density of 16th note runs it has throughout it.
It's like that middle section that's just really relentless with 16th notes. And even here, like we can't underestimate this part that's just throwing candles at us right away.
Yeah, it's a lot of 3 and 5 note bursts, but it never lets you, you can't really rest at any point in this.
Like the only rest really comes up at like this part, but it's still a little tricky because there are jumps mixed in there.
Jumps really make the difference as to whether something is a rest or not. 8th notes, you can kinda be resting.
Let's see how they execute the Scooby that's coming up. I'm a fan of the one arm on the bar technique, but how are they going to do it? Oh, okay, nice. And there's a part that's just relentless all the way through. Oh, ReRhyme struggling with the crossovers on the up arrow there. But still maintaining his lead.
They're still quite close. Oh, now up ahead by 16, more than a few seconds ago, but the real question is going to be, is anyone going to start looking like they get tired right around parts like that? I think so far both of them a little bit.
Yeah, both of them are like dropping at the same time. Like they're both equally tired.
The famous ending run? Ooh, closes a bit but holds on.
I think Caesar really had the opportunity there because ReRhyme was just dropping so much, but Caesar was too. So it's a stamina set. They're tired.
It was stamina. You could tell at the end of that, both of them were getting these misses on patterns that they did fine in the first half.
And now for the 19. I hope they really take a break. Oh, ReRhyme is sitting down.
Sitting down is sometimes a trap.
I know, right? It's your muscles get a little bit tighter there. I feel like you get colder faster if you're sitting down. It'd be fun if like Alex imposed some kind of timer limitation on how long you can spend in between each song for the set. I can only rest for 30 seconds.
People are already calling it now in chat. Max 360 challenge, one of the more recently added 19s, sort of the most pure stamina test style of the DDR 19s.
Yeah, no gimmicks, no crossovers.
Famous for a 1000 combo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Our first singles chart to reach 1,000 combo?
I think it's the most steps of any singles chart.
We had to cram those notes in there though. We got first 24ths.
The death run is just like 24th notes every other beat for a while?
Well, 12th notes at 360.
Oh, yeah,
24th at 180.
Yeah.
And then same thing, so like 16th notes at 360, 30-second notes at 180.
All right, I haven't looked, but probably the only 19 we're seeing tonight.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Probably won't be any tomorrow, but when we get back to those top brackets
I know,
in
Sunday we'll see
Sunday competition. This time, neither player clicking ready for about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
Understandable. All right, there we go with Caesar applying psychological pressure again.
Oh no, he's on. Is he press? Oh, Caesar is like on it. Caesar runs. I don't know much about ReRhyme, but I know Caesar like jogs and runs. So he's got that stamina in there. ReRhyme isn't getting pressured. He's not getting tricked this time. He's gonna take his break. Okay. Oh, they're hugging it out. Woohoo! We love to see that. We love to see the camaraderie.
19 playing is basically an exhibition at this point. It's a slow start, right? It's like a delayed start.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes it even worse because the 1,000 notes are crammed into like 100 seconds or something.
I feel like they must have originally charted this, but then they're like, oh, wait, we're over 1,000, so let's just delete this entire section.
A little bit of minimalist form happening on both sides.
Yes.
When they're okay with taking some misses. Now some combo building going on. Ooh, 150 longest combo we've seen in all this.
I wonder if this is going to become about who survives. Who can last longest? Caesar is hanging on with his life bar right now. ReRhyme ahead by 100. But I think it will be an accomplishment to just see both of them make it through to the end of the song. Oh, Caesar opting for the brackets there a little. Sometimes it's good to know when you need that break.
Yeah, just another annoying section with some sort of like double step hop patterns between 16th triplets.
And classic max 300 right here.
Calling back to max 300, yep. And the only stop coming up soon.
Count to 9. And hit 1.
I guess not a real stop in this version.
Oh, we got Caesar bracket action right here. Kind of tricky. Oh, both of them. They're smiling their way through it.
Alive. This run is long, but they both survive. Woo! The crowd cheering them both for the pass.
All right, we got points for Team Sonny. Let's go. Woo! What to say about this score?
And there's going to be one more event tonight. Oh, right, the tag team swap event.
Okay, this is what we were mentioning earlier, where I guess halfway through, or maybe there's some designated part where you can tag out. I'm sure Alex will explain it.
Yeah, we're going to have Alex explain this one on stream in a moment, but I believe it's that you have to swap one player for another player during the song, and it's all going to be songs designed to allow that.
I feel like the songs should be all tag songs for the tag round, but I don't think they are going to be.
I don't remember now offhand what is. Some classics on here, and some new songs.
Oh, songs with like definite stops in the middle. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, and they're not all tag songs, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're songs that I assume, I don't know how he's doing the rules, but I assume
everyone,
that...
that wrapped up our round 6 set.
Okay, here. Oh, Alex
so
Mike explaining. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and explain to the stream and then explain to everyone here how round 7's going to work. Hey, back. Hey, shut up. When I'm talking, you're not talking, all right? All right. So round 7 is our tag team. We actually have our songs already pre-planned. The participants actually know the songs already. The way this works, during the song, they have to tag their partner. It's 2 people. They have to tag their partner and switch mid-song. If anyone's ever seen the first set, okay, so the first set is kind of a play on Legend Road. If you have ever seen the viral video from like 2003, I think, in the East, where I actually don't know. New York Digital Life for those boomers that know who that is. Shout out to the boomers that do. The order is Sakura ESP, Max 300 ESP, and Legend of Max ESP. So it's 3 of the 5 songs on Legend Road on DDR Extreme. Is that right? Okay. All right, that being said, we'll get this last round started. So, all right.
That don't know, right? Legend Road from DDR Extreme was an Oni course. Oni courses were back then when you couldn't get 4 or more. You couldn't get 4 non-combo judgments. And Legend Road was, I think, in order: Max 300, Max Unlimited, Sakura ESP, Legend of Max, and then PSMO.
PSMO, yeah.
Paranoia
that was
Survivor,
the kind of thing
Max.
that I was playing casually then. I sort of like knew what DDR was, and I was playing, I don't know, songs that you could play on PlayStation 2 DDR Max 2. And the idea of Legend Road always seemed kind of impossible.
I know, right? Like back then, it was just like a feat for the absolute top players to be able to full combo or mostly full combo through those songs. What I'm gonna be, Sakura's up first, and what I'm interested in is like, are they gonna swap out after the Sakura step or like before the Sakura step?
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, Max 300 and Legend of Max. There's the max stop, which is obviously when you're intended to swap. On Sakura, I'm sort of hoping that you're meant to have one person, that they will have one person stand on the freeze, then someone else comes in with the Sakura step, and then takes over the freeze.
I would love to see that. That's like the kind of the classic casual way that you play, where one person, like you've got a group of 4 friends, and each one just takes an arrow. I also wonder about Max Unlimited, because with Max Unlimited, the freeze arrow keeps on going during the stop. You have to stay on it.
I think that's why we don't have it.
Oh wait, it's Legend of Max?
It's Sakura, Max 300, Legend of Max.
Oh, Legend of Max is still the same. The freeze arrow, you still have to stay on that freeze arrow during the stop. So that one might also be a little bit tricky if you want to be able to get the okay on that freeze arrow in the middle.
Those are details I don't remember. Ben Madsen says, plenty of top-tier players would have trouble clearing Legend Road 1X. Probably true.
Oh yeah, the 1X was a big factor too.
This is just such a fun chart. I think I could play this when it was called a 10 back on Extreme.
It can still feel like a 10 when it comes to the timing, because when it comes to like people gold lamping their 13 folder, this is usually one of the last ones because of the Sakura stop and then that gradual slowdown of an ending. Here's a tip though. I learned this from Twitter, I think. If you're trying to time the Sakura stop, pay attention to how, you know how like every DDR arrow is like broken into like 3 cells? And so like, those cells gradually fill up. And so as soon as like that third cell, like as soon as a arrow completely fills up, you step right away. Like you react to it and you step.
There's certain other gimmicky slow steps where I try to watch that, like beginning of Healing Vision, Angelic Mix, some stuff at the start of over the period.
Oh yeah, over the period, I also count like the way that the cells fill up. I count to 7.
I think it would also be funny if one player played the song and the other player just did the Sakura step, like just appeared from off camera as like a foot stepping on the left arrow.
I wonder, so who's standing by their side right now? I guess we'll see.
We haven't mentioned the players so far, but it's Eggplant and mpal. Eggplant we saw playing crossover songs earlier.
And mpal, I think, was playing
Gimmicks songs?
on the S4R?
Or S4R, yeah.
mpal losing that PSC to the Jax.
Sudden slowdown.
Okay, and let's get ready for the transition. Let's see who's going to be the one to hit the Sakura step.
Oh, neither of them can quite keep combo. They both tried to trade off one for the other during the freeze.
Yeah.
Which is what we wanted to see.
Yeah, I guess the trickier part is maintaining that freeze arrow.
They're actually pretty close.
Both our players are cheesing right now. We're having fun here.
This part was just so fun to do when you were like playing your first 10 in Extreme and it felt really fast, but it's actually not that hard.
It does speed up because initially the song starts at 300 BPM and this last section's 320. So that intensity isn't imagined. The song is actually faster and more intense.
Neither of them quite had the that annoying slowdown at the end memorized, like you mentioned.
Because, yeah, you want to think of it as a gradual slowdown that slows down in a way that's very even, but gradual slowdowns in DDR are never very evenly spaced.
Yeah, they actually slow down like every beat, I think at most.
Shout out to Jollibee.
Shout out to Jollibee, says Sonny. What, is there some Jollibee in the audience? Because I am hungry.
I believe I heard them memeing a bit about their team sponsored by Jollibee.
Wait, is this like Team Filipino?
I think that's what's going on.
Yes, maybe-ish. Wait, Sonny, who's Filipino on your team? Are you like Team Jollibee?
Everyone's Filipino on my team. All right, everyone on my team is an honorary Filipino.
Okay, all right, got it. T.Swag and Powdaboi, honorary Filipinos.
Max 300, another classic. Alex is definitely just sort of playing into the fun DDR nostalgia to round out our opening night here.
Yes. And then is it going to be the same players switching off, or? Okay, so it looks like it's still going to be the same players.
Because we see Yama standing there now.
Yeah. And so Eggplant will likely be switching back in. And then, yes, mpal and Sonny. Yama's getting pumped up. So this max 300 pause, it's 9 beats, a little irregular, right? Because you would expect it to be 8, but it's 9 beats. And I feel like even 22 years later, it's still really hard to time.
I still can't time it right, yeah. You would think it's 9 beats, but because the jump is on beat 4, it's basically just coming back on a downbeat when you'd expect it to. But I always drift during it. I don't know. I'm not a percussionist. Okay? I just can't keep it even.
It's a 12 notes leading into it, right? So it's a little bit harder to have that like mental grasp on what quarter notes sound like when you're doing 12 notes right before it.
Both of them feeling the pressure, not for any real reason, but just because you're playing Max 300, which is an incredibly hyped song in front of all your DDR friends. Nice combo still going from mpal so far. It's going to be funny watching the player who tags in try to keep track of the time and start at the right time after
Maybe.
jumping on the pad.
If the audience wants to be helpful, maybe they can just count to 9.
Getting to those 12th notes you were
Alright,
talking
here we
about.
go. What? A little early.
Oh, but he kept the combo.
Kenny's exit was just a little early there. Sonny about to set a record on mpal's account right here.
I think it was very funny that she forgot to get off, it looked like, and he still somehow jumped in and hit the first note late. Everyone kind of hates the last 7 notes of Max 300.
All right, so we've got our last one coming up, Legend of Max, which again, it's, you know, we've got our left-right free zero jump in the middle, but the thing that's going to make it tricky is that this time you have to hold the freeze throughout the entire pause, because the freeze is just extended by, I think, like a 30-second note, which is why you gotta stay on it.
Right, it's that trick they use when they want to make you stay on a freeze throughout an entire stop. It's just not normally 2 measures long. Seeing what the ruckus is going on in the room, but the players are getting set up on Legend of Max. Or just having fun playing different songs.
I think they should trade off in the middle of possession. Just because we also want to hear some possession claps right now.
Or they forgot where the Legend of Max comes alphabetically is probably what was going on. Yeah, just another classic.
Yes. Like the last of the Max songs before they just started going into remixes. Well, and then there was Fascination Max. But that feels like a completely different song.
Yeah, I mean, and then when Max, when Extreme came to consoles, it included Maximizer, which was like, we thought was going to be like a weird new Max twist, but it was just kind of a random song.
That they named Maximizer.
And then how long after that before Max Period?
Well, it was, Max Period was before because, you know, DDR Extreme, the arcade console release, and then the home version in Japan released soon after, and then that was where Max Period debuted. And then the US version of DDR Extreme home version came out like later, and then that didn't have Max Period, but it had Maximizer.
Okay, that's why people were thinking that they would try writing a new Max song for the US.
Max Period didn't even come to arcade cabinets until DDR 2014. Wait, what is it? What is Sonny playing in?
Playing in flip-flops?
Playing in his chanclas?
But now he ran back off. Things getting a little crazy out here apparently as we approach midnight at Red Note Arcade.
I'm not even keeping track of time right now. We're having too much fun. Okay, 11:20. I gotta go get my calories soon.
All the players who are expecting to start playing at 6 and still here now are probably going to need dinner real soon.
I brought a blender with some milk and oats, so protein shakes for everyone if nothing's open. It's Vegas though, so I'm sure things are open. Okay, it looks like we are finally getting started. I feel like this was kind of a stamina song back then in the sense that it wasn't as rhythmically complex as Max Unlimited, or the patterns weren't as complex as PSMO. It was just straight foot speed back then when 160 was foot speed.
Yeah, keeping up 133 as like the creep from 333, the creep from 300 to 320 to 333, I think was sort of the like hype about it. But, you know, we
that
sort of
goes
see
so
now
fast.
it's a 15 and Max Unlimited is a 16.
Yeah, because Max
Pretty
Unlimited
valid.
is just so much trickier to time. But it was a song that was consistently 333 BPM, because even Max Unlimited was only 320 at the very end. Oh, the step's sounding very crisp. It feels like we just got the step mic working.
mpal sliding around a little, but still keeping it up.
Just gonna let the audience commentate right here.
I might fail.
Like roasting each other.
Yama should have worn silly shoes also, then he wouldn't feel awkward about being behind.
Oh yeah, imagine getting the mpal in her flops. Oh wait, how are they gonna do this? Okay,
They got
okay.
the okay, I think.
Well, I know Eggplant did. Not too sure where Sonny dropped exactly.
Those flip-flops are probably worse than the sandals. I have to think. This really should have been a category.
Terrible footwear or just barefoot.
They kept up a lot of that combo.
Sonny and mpal rubbing in their faces. They won with flip-flops and sandals. I mean, Team Sonny definitely had the most points, but I think Team
They
Sonny
also had the moral victory.
All right, let's see. Ooh, what kind of mystery cards we got there on screen?
All right, so the last 3 songs we have coming up.
Oh wait, I thought that was the last one. There's another. Okay.
There's another tag team set.
Oh,
It's
that's
going to
right.
be 3
All right,
harder
quiet down,
songs.
please. Quiet down, please. Thank you. Give me like 30 seconds, all right? So this is our last set of the night. It's set 2, doing the same tag team, but it'll be different pairs. It's kind of a play. What's up? Yeah. You still have to play tomorrow. Oh, shit. Don't worry, you'll have fun tomorrow. It's fine. All right. So this will be a play. It's kind of a play on old DDR and modern DDR. So we have Possession 20th Anniversary DSP for the first song. DSP. It's a standard or difficult, however you want to call it. Chaos Terror Tech Mix ESP. And then our flagship song, the title of our events, its last card is our last song. So, all right, cheers.
Card, it's last
And
card.
the last set of the night.
All right, I can imagine where the trade-off is in Chaos. It's going to be before the callback section. But then I'm trying to, where is the trade-off going to be during Possession?
I do not know Possession 20th Anniversary that well.
It more or less follows the same structure as regular Possession. So I think after the first 12th note section, where it goes, do, 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 I think that's where the trade-off is going to happen. But it's very short, so that will be a little hard to execute cleanly.
Yeah, I can hear the part you're saying. The first round of jumps ends on a little freeze arrow. It's like 2 beats or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just 2 beats, so it's not long at all to get your partner in there. And then the third one is, what was the third one?
Last card.
Last card.
Which has the long slowdown, and again, I don't know it well enough to remember if there's a gap in there. Normally, you like study charts to see if they have a gap in them.
Yeah.
If you need to use sudden plus tech. Otherwise, you don't always think about it so much. We also have to see what Team Sonny is going to come up with to try to score another moral victory here.
I think I see Malia up there. And hanging back behind her is Powdaboi. And then in Team Desklamp, we've got JoJo. And I can't see who's behind JoJo. I think it looks like, is it Darren? It's Desklamp.
It's Desklamp, yeah.
Nice.
They're all wearing normal shoes.
Okay, yay, it's serious. I like this last round too because it's also, it invites the whole team to come up and play again, or at least half the whole team to come up and play. So we get to see their faces one last time before we close out the night.
And I'm glad that Alex is just picking songs for their kind of familiarity, being loved, fun value, knowing that people would be a little punchy at the end of this.
And then these throwback songs too, as Alex explained, just all 20th anniversary songs. Well, except for last card.
Not Possession
Wait, I thought
EDP,
it's
it's Possession
right?
20th anniversary.
Yeah,
I think it's a 14.
Yeah.
Little slick menu move of being on the wrong possession and then navigating back to P.
Oh, I never use the alphabet sort. I forget that that's there, but yeah, smart.
So yeah, fitting the theme, this is a 20-year later remix of a popular song, or a 20th anniversary remix of a song that had been around for a long time, rather.
It's like we're celebrating DDR here with these throwbacks, Max 300, Sakura, Legend Road, and now these 20th anniversaries. Our first major DDR tournament in Vegas is definitely the kind of event where you want to celebrate DDR and its history.
So this chart is a fun, like, soda take on possession. Instead of all 12th notes, it has some dotted 8th jumps just to mess with you, a few weird stops.
And then, you know, with it being a soda take, we'll just throw in some New Century right at the beginning, too.
And then I think it adds some, there's like a little coda at the end that's not normally there.
Oh, yeah, the DDR, down, down, right. I know that's in the expert chart. Is it in the difficult chart?
Everyone kind of gathering around the machine a little bit. People just standing up, chatting.
Taking a break, yeah.
There are a lot of people here for it getting to be midnight the night before. Everyone's just happy to be hanging out again. Audio, maybe in the hope of fixing stuff?
I think so we can hear a little bit more of the audience reaction. But the steps are crisp.
Kinda rejiggering the ordinary possession quarter notes a bit in this version, even in the 14.
Oh, that's...
That's early. Are they gonna do it again?
Because now you've got like the 80% of the song still left over. I wonder if they're gonna tag in, yeah.
Yeah, because there are a few other freezes that are around that long, like you were saying.
Okay, I wonder if they're gonna tag in this next part. Nope, okay, I guess this is it for the rest of the song.
They just decided to let Desklamp have most of it.
Team Desklamp with a pretty significant lead right here, about 60 EX score.
This is right around where possession, even regular possession, gets a bit tiring.
And these step jumps, pretty hard to read with the way that the free zeros are set up there.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting reading through this 14 in a chart which I must have played when it came out, but probably not very much. Sort of fun not having jumps here. Now they add the jumps. Yeah, that was a little extra.
Both of them executed that slowdown at the end very well, though.
All right, our hardest song of the set coming up, Terror Tech. I don't remember which one.
I'm sure Terror Tech, they're picking the expert chart,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Which was 15, now 16, something like that.
It was a 16,
16,
and then it got re-rated to a
15.
15.
Makes sense.
I mean, for me, it's still a little tricky to time. The steps are like more straightforward than like Chaos CSP, but still a little tricky to time.
Definitely not saying it's an easy 15, especially if you want to score. But it is way more learnable than original Chaos, I think.
Yeah, the stops are used in a way that's a lot more consistent with the music.
I think this was also one of the first times where ArcadeDDR did different stops, like different music chart and different difficulties.
Yeah. Second time. First was Ace for
Aces.
Aces.
Yeah.
And then Chaos did it next, and then of all songs, I think Dance Around was the one that did it third.
Wow, are those really the only ones? Wow. Got one player with grid lines and the other player without.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm commenting on this. I just know I like playing with them, and I'm always confused that some people don't.
I think the lines get a little bit tricky when, you know, stops kind of offset. Normally you think the downbeat is on the thickest line, but stops kind of change that, and so it can like really, for me, it throws me off.
This is a really cool chart. It does go to the music really well. The 15 has those triplets that you have to foot switch on up and then down, right?
Oh yeah, when it's the part where you can either cross over or you can foot switch them. And foot switching them is really fun. Let's see how they execute it. And this part coming up. Foot switches or crossovers. Looks like both of them
foot switching.
opting for foot switches.
It
Switch.
looks much cooler to do it that way.
Both these players fist bumping each other on their way up.
This is basically just, all right, this is what you were calling the throwback.
Yeah, the
Chaos.
throwback, because it's the same steps too.
But at least they put it on red and blue.
Yeah, they really wanted to go throwback, and all these notes should be yellow or green.
Yeah, not much else to say. This is just a really fun chart.
And it sounds good. Like, this part sounds so badass. You know, Powdaboi really brought it back here. He really brought it back. Just an 8 EX difference.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, he pretty much nailed the whole end of that. Fun to watch. And our last song coming up. Of course, it's Last Card. I didn't think of that until Alex said it. But since this is kind of a intro theme, fun night introducing this tournament and everyone getting together again. Of course, he just wants to celebrate it by picking Last Card.
Yes.
Another banger of a song that I never used to play because it was extra exclusive.
The big question for me is, where is that trade-off going to be? There is a pause close to the beginning. There's a pause close to the end. And then I think going into the slowdown, there's at least like 2 beats of a break. Maybe 1.5 beats of a break going into the slowdown. So lots of potential places where it's just going to be really tight.
They are a bit stymied by apparently not seeing Last Card in the song select. So I don't know. Let's watch and find out what anyone decides to do about this. We're just kind of going along for this ride here.
I had to check my alphabet there for a bit. But yes, L should be right there after K. H-I-J-K-L, M. Uh-oh. I don't know if you're going to find it if it's not in the 15 folder, Alex.
Yep, Alex, mind probably spinning with options now, but yeah, I can't think of any reason why it would not be in the 15 folder.
It's a crisis. I think
just play another cool nostalgia song. Everyone quick, think of a song that has a long stop. Flower 15.
Or maybe we're going to take it off event mode and then play a
Play
regular
3
set so
songs.
that last card is available on extra exclusive. Or is it extra exclusive or is it final stage?
I don't even think it's extra.
Extra
Well, I don't know.
extra
I'm
exclusive.
playing GP now, and it's neither in Grand Prix.
Okay.
So I kind of assumed they took it off extra exclusive.
Yeah, they did for Grand Prix and Ace 3. But we're still on Ace 20 Plus here. But it's still on event mode. I'm not too sure what they're going to do. Or maybe they had to swipe in with a different person's card?
Trying to listen to what's happening over there by the stage.
Just imagine last card isn't legal at the last card tournament.
Oh, well, I do not know what he was attempting.
You know, last Twilight,
but it
I
didn't
mean,
work.
Last Twilight does have a pause that's like 4 beats, I think, 2 beats.
I mean, given that they were kind of hopping off on short freezes and that it's not super seriously competitive, you can almost pick anything.
It looks like we're going for regular game mode. And so we're just going to
Play
play
3
3 songs, get extra stage, and then last card.
Getting a little concerned about the arcade closing at midnight.
Oh, do we know if it's a hard cutoff at midnight? Like we are being kicked out?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I've not been involved in organizing and producing. The arcade seems to be extremely nice and accommodating and just supportive of the event. So
Yes,
if
shout
there's
out to
any way
Red Note
to help
Gaming.
it, then they probably will not kick anyone out.
Yes. Thank you, Red Note Gaming. If you're here in Vegas, come and check us out. We are about like 10, 15 minutes off the strip. And it's a nice break away from the heat because it's AC'd in here. And it's really a rhythm game arcade for the community. It's like so awesome here. Come
Yeah,
and check out the rhythm games.
If I lived here, this would be an awesome place to start coming to. You pay by like the day or the half day or something, and
Yeah,
then you
you
just
get a
go in
day
and you play all the
pass.
games you want, and they have a lot of dance game cabinets for different games, and you can just free play on them, and then a few other assorted rhythm games that haven't really gone. I'm kind of looking over now. I see a Sound Voltex, a Drum Mania. I saw
I hope
someone
you play
play Beat
Emotion.
Saber earlier.
Emotion, I think, is the shortest DDR song. At least when people are grinding for like unlocking the Rhinon's Adventure stuff, people would just play Emotion over and over again because the song is like a minute long.
Oh, I didn't know that. I think I remember seeing that happen when Endymion first came out, and
Yeah.
you could only play it like once every 8 sets.
Yeah. Right. So if you wanted to get through it as fast as possible, you would play Emotion. It was a meme
Oh,
too.
they gave
It's
up,
like,
so they're not playing a set. Sorry.
what's gonna happen here?
But yeah, you were talking about Emotion.
Oh yeah. It was kind of a meme where doing Rhinon's Adventure, right? The way it worked is you could only get points toward unlocking the challenge charts for the DDR Ace extra exclusive songs by playing songs in the extra or an extra stage, right? So if you wanted to unlock Come to Life CSP, Out of Focus CSP, Rising Hawk CSP, you only like accumulated unlock points by playing on the extra stage. It didn't matter it didn't matter the first 3 songs you played. So people would just grind Emotion over and over again to get to extra stage because Emotion's like 1 minute long. And it was a little bit of a meme joke saying like, hey, if Konami looks at the data for the most played song and did like a special remix of it for Ace 20, that song is going to be Emotion because so many people were playing that song when they were like unlocking for Rhinon. Rhinon's Adventure.
I remember after Endymion, a little while later, there was also another event where there were new extra exclusive songs where they stopped doing the beat it once to unlock it.
Oh yeah, like you get the
And-
automatic like 999.
And
unlock
instead
points.
they did the like bar fill up where you'd have to play it on every difficulty 3
yeah,
or 4
okay.
times.
But that's extra.
All right.
savior.
So
Yes.
should I get people to pay attention? Do people care live? Oh.
You gotta do a call and response, Alex.
Huh?
You gotta do a call and response.
Oh. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. Okay. Thanks.
Teachers.
He told me to do, he told me about the call and response. You can also do the moose. Yeah.
Or rain clap.
These are a bit too cheesy for me. I don't do these type of call and responses anymore. I kind of just stare at them and usually they're quiet.
That works.
I don't know if
teacher
that's ever
stare.
gonna happen here though. Y'all are kind of obnoxious, so whatever. Anyway, so last card's not actually on the song list. So we actually came up with they're gonna play Max Unlimited instead.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give them like a minute or two to like figure out where to switch. Cause
We know where
you're
the
good.
switch is.
Well, they're figuring it out. The other pair is figuring it out. So, yeah.
I feel like there's only one place they should switch.
Yeah. So it's going to be similar to The Legend of Max, where we're holding on to that freeze arrow, and you have to keep holding on to it during the pause.
And yeah, just sort of completing the theme of classic songs and the thing Alex said at the start where he's calling back to Legend Road. Now we've had 4 of them in this set, and we did see Bag, or no,
Yes.
sorry, Bag wasn't in Legend Road, Bag was in Extreme 10, and we're bringing back all of the Extreme 10s, the Maxes.
We just haven't seen
Bag,
PSMO.
Sakura, and we haven't seen any of the Paranoias, yeah. But it does seem like he is giving the teams a minute to hang out, plan, do something. I don't know. I kind of feel like they've been playing for fun. They can probably get on there. They know how to play Max Unlimited. They know where they're going to swap. They don't really need to plan the strategy here.
If anything, they're trying to figure out the timing. It's 8 beats, but from what I know, a lot of people don't step out 8 quarter notes. They do they maintain that same gallop rhythm going into the slowdown in order to kind of go step and time that jump correctly.
And it's sort of the same problem we were saying about Max 300. When you're playing it seriously, you know exactly how long it is because it goes with the music and comes back on a downbeat. But you had a weird little rhythm leading into it. It's very hard to tap it out while you're waiting out the rest without drifting.
And the hard part is immediately adjusting to 320 BPM, because that slowdown going into it, I think, is either 140 or 150. So not some kind of even factor or 320.
Yeah, it's like 300. Is the beginning 300 to 320? But yeah, then there's a
beginning is
weird
300.
slowdown to 140, and then sudden speed up to 320.
Yeah, so Max Unlimited actually has some very tricky BPMs, right? Because they're not factors of each other. It's 300 into 140, back up to 300. I feel like 280 is in there somewhere at some point. Oh, it's 300 to 280. Yeah, it's 300 to 280 during the free zero section.
Right. Yeah, I knew there was a 280 or 140 bit. Trying to take a quick glance at stream chat on my phone while we wait, but looks like the players are coming up now. We see Jojo and Powdaboi listed,
Darren and
but I
Powdaboi,
see Desklamp.
So then JoJo's going to swap in the second half, and then we're going to have... Was it Malia who was switching with Powdaboi?
Looked like she's standing right there.
Oh, yeah, yep. Wait, what? Yes, please.
Are they gonna? They're gonna
Dude,
have
yes.
some fun here. Okay, this is why they have to plan.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. Okay.
That's sad.
Classic chart.
People
We're not going
who
with
were
that.
in Valkyrie Bloom a month ago may have just played Max Unlimited X Special, as it was the 18 that was in the top division of that amazing event. I had to relearn how to play DDR after a long time and pass an 18.
Yeah, how was it for you? Did you nail those jacks?
I passed it, but did not do much better.
I think that's the case for anyone who plays Max Unlimited. X Special, anyway. But here we have just the regular old ESP heavy chart.
Another classic. The first mix I ever played was Max 2 on PlayStation 2, which had this in it. And I was playing it on a soft pad at home.
I imagine that soft pad was just sliding all around the carpet.
Yeah, you could not really play the heavy chart that we're watching right now. We've both been picking up their first grade.
And then here's a 280 section. Let's see how well we adjust to it. Nice. We saw a couple of fast steps in there, right? I think that's just adjusting to the 280, but now we're back at 300. Is Powdaboi great attacking? Or perfect attacking? Intentionally?
He wasn't doing it before. Hey, they both pulled off the, well, they did pull off the swap, but then it's still hard to time the first note. Now some tricky step jumps that really made the end of Maxing Limited a little harder than all the others.
Malia's having trouble reading, and I realize, if Powdaboi is comfortable reading at times too, for the speed modifier, I wonder if Malia actually may prefer the slower speed mod.
Yeah, 640, I definitely generally don't read at 640. Okay, so I think that's the end of our playing for today. It's been awesome. We may get cut off at any time by Alex giving a speech, so who knows if that's going to happen.
All right, let's crown our winning squad.
I see him going over to the machine. Some commotion happening, not real, just like people having fun hanging out.
Does this work?
Yes.
All right, here's Alex.
Oh, it does work.
Oh, are we making a UC Irvine anteater sign?
Oh, he doesn't see it.
Zat.
All right. So that concludes the the 7v7 squad battle. All right. I think most people were keeping track of the points. Those of you that weren't, Team Desklamp won. The tie-dye shirts gave them Dragon Ball extra, and they didn't give me one because, as a corrupt TO, I would have taken bribes, but that was not enough bribes for me to be on your team. Exactly. Yeah. All right. All right. Anyway, that concludes our squad battle for today. Make sure to come early. If you're in probably the first 2 pools or so, make sure to come at around. If you're in pool 1, make sure to come at 9:30 tomorrow. For if you want to make sure you're here 5-ish minutes before your pool starts. Yeah, at the very least, so that we can keep the flow of the pools going. We're on a tight schedule, and on top of that, we still need to figure out how to set up the second stream. So that being said, we'll see probably all of you tomorrow, and good luck on your card draws. May the card draw RNG gods be in your favor. All right. All right.
Couldn't quite figure it out.
Oh yeah, this is a class space, so please pick up your trash. Any food? I don't think there's food items, but any.
You gotta show us 5 pieces of trash in order to leave. Teacher strategy.
All right.
All right, so I think
you can head out. Have a good night, everyone.
Shutting down the stream. But yeah, it'll be back in full swing tomorrow, and hopefully ×2.
Join us on 2 streams. Right, so keep an eye on the Twitter because there are going to be 2 streams. There's going to be the Red Note stream and then the SoCalDDR stream.
I'm glad you knew where they were. Yeah.
All right. All right, have a good night.